I was not muted, you were. Okay? I had nothing to do with it. I hate OBS and it changes my settings. So sometimes my starting soon screen has the mic where it's not supposed to be. So I have to mute it and then slander and defamation. Okay. Hello Konata, I saw you earlier sipping that tea. Hello Ramsix, hello Kuro, hello Esther. He's so mean and such a bully anyways. But yes, I am here. How is everybody doing? I feel like I was trying to say something and then I got disturbed. Not fair. Nobody needed context, so I don't even know what you're mentioning it for. After always giving too much information nobody asked for, just saying, just putting it out there. Like there was no reason for you to say anything related to nothing, okay? Fridge is top tier, gave me food. You know what? That's a fair point. We're gonna have to discuss. It's gonna be a very, very violent discussion out here, but we will get the list going. I'm thinking like I found a list that's already done, but if there's any other item we want to add, we will add them before we start judging the appliances, okay? Great work, Aster. Wow! Wow! The slander and defamation, the meanness, the bully in my chat. I need to make a cloud post on Twitter. Like I just gotta do it. I gotta go, it's gonna rain. Well, hopefully I have an umbrella. Under my umbrella. Ella, Yes. For some reason I hated the song growing up, but now it's always in my head like, because it just lives there rent free apparently. It's just how it is. Is that Vito? No, it's not. It's Myrtle the Turtle. She's my bestie. How you doing, Tabinica? Welcome in. How was your day? Today was a day where I sadly had to go to work. It was not my choice. We had to come in for our monthly meeting in person, which is very annoyingly useless, but you know, it is what it is. It's morning here. Well, good morning. I hope you have a good day then. And I hope you slept well. You know, with my work situation, I'm in such an awkward situation. It's like, I don't exactly know what to do. Thermopot and pressure cooker. Yes, I'll note them and remind me if I forget. But I am in a weird situation where I'm literally in the middle of everybody talking trash behind each other's back. And it's like, I don't know what to do. Because I sometimes agree with some stuff and I sometimes agree with some stuff on both sides. And it's just like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Oh snap, is the girl that forgore. What? And she forgot that she forgore when she forgot for the forgoring. And then work. Yes. What you gotta say about that? It's about work. Always work. But yeah, so you know, as I've told you, accounting lady is at the end of a rope with all that's going on. And then she actually did confided me that she is actually filing a report on the company. She was like, I'm not telling anybody. I trust you, so I'm telling you. And I'm like, all right, I mean. But then, see, the problem is she asked me if I would be an anonymous witness to her case. Thing is that there's no real way for me to be anonymous about it. Like, my boss would know what I've seen. They would know who is not in the company anymore. So, for sure, I'd like to help her out. But at the same time, I'm worried about my own safety with work and references as I quit this job. So it's like, what do I do? But I come into the office this morning. If it makes you feel better, I'm on my way from work. It's so late. You should be home and cozy and happy, okay? Hello, Shoes. How you doing? There's enough drama at your job for a whole season of The Office. For real, there's always something going on. So this morning, I come into work. I say hi to my boss. I look for accounting lady. She's not in our office, so I'm putting my bags down, removing my boots and stuff. And then my boss is like, when you have a second, come to my office. And I need to talk to you. I'm like, okay, what's up? What's up? She's like, I had a fight with accounting lady. So I'm like, okay, well, give me a second. I'm just gonna put my shoes on. I'll be there, cause you know, I love drama in real life too. But this one is stressing me out because I'm in the middle. So apparently this morning, my boss is always suspecting accounting lady of doing things she's not supposed to do because she came in and then the light in her office was open. So it was like, did she again forget her keys? But I mean, not a big deal. We can live with it. But then she's like, okay, I'm like, I guess she was in my office. Not the end of the world. I'm not going to say anything about it. But then she comes to my boss's office and she's like, oh, do you have a spare a computer mouse because I forgot mine at work. Then my boss is like, why do you bring it home? Like, we gave you a set to use at home, and you have a set to use at the office. Why did you bring it home? And then accounting lady is like, I have nothing to say about that. And she's like, but what do you mean? Where's your mouse? Like, why did you bring it home if you have a set for home and you have a set for the office? I just want to know why. And then she's like, I have nothing to tell you about this. So my boss is just, the hell? Like, because it's not the first time that they give her stuff and then it disappears type of thing. So my boss is already, you know, feeling some type of way about it. So she's like, so what has she been doing? Because she has a history of like getting like free stuff at work so she can give it to her kids or something like that. So she's like, but that's not what we give you. Like, your work t-shirt is for official pictures, not for you to give it to your son. So she's like, that's not that.
Hey.
But then, ooh,
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey.
Hello, Kyra. How you doing? Welcome in. But yeah, so then they were getting heated, I would imagine, because my boss has a tendency. I think by observing her for the past 2 years, I understand that when she gets, like, when she's confused, she raises her voice. She's not screaming, but she's quite loud. Like, the whole office hears her. When she's asking questions and she wants to get answers for something, she will get assertive and really, God! Violence, Kyra. I didn't know you were rolling like that. My God. Well, look at me. I'm pretending to be smart with glasses. I'm cool and I have glasses. You're just jealous because you have goggles on. Okay, Vector? Like, stop pretending like you're better than other girls. Okay? Jeez. Anyways, I will get through my story. So, where was I? Anyways, so my boss is probably speaking loud. I wasn't there. I didn't see it, but I'm assuming that her voice was louder than normal, but she was not trying to scream at her. She's like, but where's your mouse? And she's like, I have nothing to tell you. And then accounting later was like, well, calm down. And then my boss was fuming with anger with like, what do you mean calm down? And she was like, okay, you know what? I can't help you anyways. I don't have a mouse. Just get out of here. And she put her out of her office and she closed her door. And she was like, I sat down and then I was like shaking. Oh, frick. I forgot to open my redeem stuff. 1 second. I'm just gonna, when I was setting up my stream, I forgot to reopen it because I have to close it after stream and reset stuff. 1 second. I will refund you on it and I will give you what you have paid for. 1 second. I'll let you know when it's done. That's the one, that's the one, that's the one. Bam. Actually, I don't remember. How do you redeem stuff? I don't know how to do stuff on freaking Twitch. Here, bald. No, not report. That's not what I want to do. Aster, can you help me on Twitch? I don't remember how to refund people. I don't get people on Twitch, so I don't remember how to do things. I'm sorry. But I got points to spend. Clearly, you're ready for the violence. Now, I have a record of your violence. Okay. Anyways, where am I? Hello. I mean, you could have done it from your computer. Like, you need to move for this. What? Where? Yeah. I manage a review. Oh. Reject. God, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Yay. And thank you for the hydrate. Anyway, all this to say, my boss kicked out the accounting lady from her office, and she was shaking in anger, so she had to vent about it to me after. And I was like, dang, that wasn't a great time, and I'm trying to like figure it out. So obviously later on, accounting lady sees me, so she like signals to me to kind of see her, and she's like, this morning I just wanted a mouse, I forgot my mouse. And then she started like screaming at me, this is intimidation and blah blah blah. And I'm like, it's really hard for me because take your head back. Like it's hard for me because it's like I can agree with some parts of what my boss says because in my head I'm like, how hard is it for her to tell you why she bring it? If anything, like make something up. You're like, oh well, I was putting stuff in my bag Monday and I just put it in my bag by mistake or something. I don't know, make up something. I don't know. But refusing to answer is gonna make my boss mad. At the same time, is it a reason for my boss to like scream at her? Which I can understand that my boss was probably not trying to scream, but she was just over it because she was like, why are you always bringing stuff home when you're not supposed to? So like, I'm just like, both sides seek comfort from me, and I just try to like, navigate between it. But then accounting lady decided to talk to the big boss about it. She's like, this is intimidation and blah blah blah. Then the big boss talked to my boss to tell her like, well, I think it may have been like a misunderstanding because in France, because she speaks the same type of French as them, because a lot of people are French in my company. She was like, in France, when you say like, I have nothing to say, it can also mean like, I have no excuse, this is my fault. It can also mean that. So maybe that's what she was trying to communicate, but my boss didn't get it and she was getting graded and stuff. So it may have been another thing, like a misunderstanding and stuff. I'm sorry, I only agree with people that write my paycheck. Well, I mean, that's the thing. She doesn't write our paychecks though. Like we have a pay service in the building for all the companies in the building. So it's not even her. But like she's been there for like almost 12 years. My boss has been there for almost 18 years and they have never liked each other. So like I can tell that my boss does not have as much patience as she has. Like the level of patience she has with me is nowhere near the level of patience she has with the accounting lady. But all day today was me going to the accounting lady's office and she vents to me, and then after that I go to my boss's office and she vents to me, and I need to try and navigate between it because now first she's filing a complaint to the company, but I'm trying to leave the company on good terms because I don't want to get in trouble. But if I end up being a witness in a case, I don't think it will be that difficult to pinpoint the issue. One thing I'm happy I've managed to do is to convince her to leave. Because I've known for a while, since my boss told me, that they plan to fire her and that are currently they're building a case against her. So any tiny mistake that she makes, they take note of it and they're building a file. So I know that they're preparing for it. And I don't want her to give them the satisfaction of doing it because they don't treat her well. So I'm like, I'm not gonna say that I know for a fact that they're doing it. I'm like, but lady, look at the facts. Look at how they're treating you. Look at what's going on. I believe that they're probably like building a file against you, and I don't want you to have to go through this. Like she's sick. She has like heart palpitations. She's like, I might die from a heart attack because I'm too stressed. I'm unwell. I don't want to do this. I'm gonna sue them. Like she's doing all the things, and I'm like, girl, you can do that, but I need you to be actively looking for a job. And she said she is. She's like, she started looking for a job. So I'm like, okay. So even if I'm not there, because now she's gonna be even more depressed because I'm the only one she talks to and I'm gonna be gone. So she's like, but okay, well, you're leaving. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm like, yeah, well, look for a job now. Find something now so that you don't have to go through this much longer. Find a new healthy environment for yourself. Don't stay there. It's just not, it's not worth. And you like, the company is so small, it's not like she has space to grow. She doesn't have much going for her if she stays here until she's like all gray and has to retire. The retirement fund is not gonna even be that juicy. So honestly, just go. And she said she would, so I'm like, I feel like I've done my job to convince her that she does not deserve to stay there. Please look for something else. She started looking, she started applying for jobs, and I'm like, at least that's all I wanted to make sure to convey to her before I leave, as long as that's done, you know. It doesn't sound like a lot of work gets done at managed jobs. Honestly, today, I was strangely efficient in the morning, but not that much. I just wanted to get some stuff done because since I'm planning to go anyways, I'm like, I need to make sure I do as much as possible so that they cannot be talking behind my back too much, because they will. They all talk behind people's back at my job. I know it. But I want to leave them as little as possible, like a reason to talk behind my back. But honestly, today, I didn't do much because accounting lady, after our whole forced meeting we had to do, was like, I don't feel well. And I'm like, you have sick days for a reason. It's not like they're gonna pay them back to you. And she was like, that's true. I feel like I'm gonna die. So she left in the afternoon anyways. But as soon as she left, what happens, my boss sees me and she's like, oh, she left. I think it's because of what happened this morning and blah, blah, blah. She told the boss that she feels like I don't treat her like everybody else and blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, no, like I would have asked you the same if you came to me, asking me for a mouse. I'd be like, what the hell did you do? Why did you bring it home? I would have asked the same and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, honestly, I feel like with you two, it's a big problem of communication. But I swear we were talking about this for like 45 minutes. And it was like, by the time we were done talking, it was like 2:30, 2:40. I finished at 4. So like, today was just a yapping day in the office. We yapped about this, we yapped about that. I am quitting my job. I have taken the decision and I've spoken to them. So, I think my boss is also gonna be a lot more relaxed with it because she knows I don't have much longer and she does like me. So we just do our job as much as possible. She takes stuff that she knows it doesn't matter if I know or not. Like I'm trying to find a good way to leave. I don't want to leave them in trouble and stuff. So I'm gonna stay until they hire someone. I'm gonna train them and then I will leave and find something else for myself. So, it's official. I'm quitting this despicable environment, but at least I feel a lot lighter now. I'm a lot less depressed. I can smile in the day because I know that I'm leaving, So that's why Mana is so good at yapping. Oh yeah, I have practice at work event whether I want it or not. I be yapping all day because, I need to agree with whoever's complaining to me that the other one is the problem. And then I don't know. Unless one day they'd say, but, oh, well, she told me that. I mean, I try not to say anything incriminating, and I won't say, I will never tell my boss what the accounting lady said, and I will never say vice versa. I just stay in the middle. Accounting lady really likes me like her daughter. Oh, hello, neighbor. How you doing? How was your week? How was your day? I'm out here talking about all my office drama tea. It's always terrifying to see that this is the office space, and honestly I realized that this is really not for me. I mean, I don't know why it took me that long because I've worked in offices my whole life, so I'm currently rethinking my life. I'm considering going back to school and a bunch of things. Of course I need to make the right decisions because we cannot end up in the streets, but I'm gonna be looking into going back to school, looking into what I can do. And if I'm in school, I will probably try and push more to grow my content creation and stuff. You know what's funny? Yesterday we were redoing the Myers-Briggs test to make sure to see stuff, and then after we were like, oh, you should redo it because maybe you've changed over the years or something. And I was like, I really doubt it. And yeah, I redid it after 5 years, and I still got exactly the same result. I haven't changed. I'm still 99% introverted. That's not gonna change anytime soon. He was less introverted than me, and I was like, whoa. He used to be 100, Oh, hello, Philip. How you doing? How was your day? But yeah, I am an ISFJ. I always forget. I said it to myself. You make me sound no. I'm just telling people about the conversations we've had, okay? What you be? Why you gotta go? See, maybe it's because the test is right. Why you gotta go for the depressing answer? So I'm ISFP, yes. Wow, I'm not a loser. I'm cooler than you, okay? I am an ISFP/A. I'm apparently assertive and stuff. So it's like, okay, well, that's cool. What's funny about it that Aster's harassing me with is that apparently I'm supposed to be very creative and artistic, and I'm like, this is really not who I am. So I'm like, there's something off with that one, Fair enough. Life grows harder but remains steady. For me, the place Betwixt has received some new anomalies and is getting cramped here. Where is that? I hope it doesn't get too cramped. As long as you feel comfy and happy, it's gonna be fine, is what I can tell you. You're gonna be okay. Turtle promise. Why you make me sound bad, Aster? You a loser. Also, Aster. See, he just self-explains himself in the chat. I don't need to defend myself either. People can see him for who he is. But yeah, apparently I'm supposed to be very creative, and I was trying to think about it because I'm like, I really don't see it. I don't thrive in artistic stuff. I don't look for artistic stuff. I don't know why it would be a thing. I'm not really good at music. Like, I'm decent, but I'm not really good at music. I'm not really good at drawing. I'm not really good in... Like, I don't see one form of art that I'm really good at, and I'm like, I don't see it. Maybe it's still a mystery. I was like, if I'm good at, like, if I'm supposed to be all creative and stuff and I cannot be put in a box, what have I been doing with my streaming? Why am I not popping off yet? Okay, like, what's going on here? I don't know. Maybe that's what I need. Maybe when I'm in school, I can stream more and do more, and maybe that will be when I can actually quit school because I'm doing well. Maybe that's the dream. Maybe that's what's happening. Because if I'm quitting my job, even in the between, I will probably try and focus on streaming for a period of time. So we'll have to see that. It's cause you lazy. Wow. I feel like you're just projecting, Asher. You're just projecting. So stop it. Get some help. Hello, Elle. How you doing? How was your day? I was talking about more office drama because there's office drama every day, all day. Some people were so annoyed because the mandatory meeting that we had to go in person today, some people do not live in town. They live like almost 4 hours away, and they had to come here for a 2-hour meeting about things that do not necessarily concern them. I'd be mad too. And they were stuck in traffic on the way and on the way back to their town. And I was like, I don't understand. I would not agree to it, because at the same time my sister was like, well, what about if they say, well, I'm just gonna, like, are you gonna fire me if I don't show up to these meetings? Because these people, they work remote 100%. Like, stop it, okay? Oh, hello, Fish. How you doing? Bully Aster, indeed. And you're not wrong, Vector. See, Vector is often right when it comes to Aster. All right, you should add a fish grill to the appliances list. That's so specific. Like, who has a fish grill? Like, I feel if I want to grill some fish, I'm just grill it on the barbecue or something, you know? Maybe you're really good at some sort of art form that just hasn't been invented yet. Who knows? Maybe that will be my climb to fame, where I figure out my hidden talent that nobody else in the world has for some reason. Hello on Twitch, L. Like, I don't know. I'm not seeing it. Like, art like drawing and creating stuff like that, I don't understand it, and I'm not good at it. Music is very basic. What other type of arts are there? If it's not gonna be music or like drawing and like that type of art, what am I supposed to find myself in? Because I don't see it. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Well, while I'm here, let me go get the pictures to add them. So we want a fish grill PNG. I swear, if anybody is checking my Google search, they may have questions. Save image. And then we wanted, what was it? It was the thermo, what is it called again? It's not, I was like, not thermobulb. Like, sent you the pics? Oh, thank you. Professional stick figure artist. I mean, it could be, we call it linear minimalism. Yes, that's what's up. Wow, the violence. What do you mean violence? There is no violence in this house. There is no violence in Basinse. Can I save image without doing too much effort? No, I can't. Okay, let me open it in browser. It's the same result, so it's fine. Thermopot, that's what this is called. Whoops, I want to save image. All right, we'll go through all the appliances and then see if we want to add more than that, and then we will start judging, and the best appliance will win the match. Let me just get back where I need to be so I can see you guys. And do a little splishy, splishy. I'm gonna put chat over here. We need to decide on the tiers first, bro. I mean, there were already a few there, okay? Downloads. See, they're added. Because those basics ones are lame. Alright. Yeah. So, let's see. Like, some of them, I look at the picture, I'm like, I'm not 100% sure what you are. Like, what you're supposed to be. Why is this so... Like, why can I not... Let me see if I can move this. Which one is it? I literally need to redo my OBS and I don't want to, and it causes me stress because I'm like, I don't want to. Okay, something like that, and then if I scroll. Alright. We have something going on. Alright. Dumpster fire for bottom tier. I mean, yes. Dumpster fire. It belongs to the trash. First tier should be a goat, okay? What do we have under goat? Mana time, let's go. It's Karen. Hello. You skipped all the yap so that you could be here for the real deal, the real important stuff. Then essential, then need. Well, someone is very, very intent on naming these. Essential, then need. But what? Then need, but not great. And then what? Is it great? Or should be great above need? Actually, between those two, put amazing, but not need. You're so complicated. Tacos, brownies, and C-tier anime delayed me. You know what? Honestly, it's not that bad of a deal at the end of the day. So then essential, then so need is gonna be here. And then we have need, amazing, but not need. And then it's need, but not great. Where? The second, okay, so who wants this? And then amazing here? Bro, those two tiers are confusing. Yeah, I mean, which one do we hate that much, you know? Like, I'm like, what? So right now, well, we need to all agree. So right now it's looking like goat, essential, amazing, but not a need. Need, but not great. Yeah, these two are confusing. Amazing, who wants this dumpster fire? Like, I feel like that's difficult. I think a dishwasher is essential. I actually disagree with that one. Made for the spot, made for the spot for amazing. Yeah, I think it would be meh. I agree, because we're still like, yeah, it's great, but it's like meh. Okay.
Dealing with your like third grade reading skills.
Wow.
Yeah, there we go. Like, who the fuck wants a second amazing?
You're the problem, okay?
You can't read.
Okay? You don't
You're
write clearly. So it's yeah, stop being all sassy, bro. Like, dang. Anyways, you heard nothing. So we have our tiers. Goat, essential, amazing but not a need, need but not great, meh, who wants this, and dumpster fire. Mana's sassy husband. No, you were right all along. I have a very sassy husband. I'm hearing Aster. Yeah, Aster just being sassy. He could not contain himself at his desk chatting it up, so he had to come in and complain, you know? You save more water with a dishwasher than washing them manually. I mean, yeah, but you have to buy it. I feel it depends on how you use it, because if you're a heathen like Aster that like would probably like it if we ran it every day, then you're probably not saving at the end of the day, you know? We heard everything. There was nothing to be heard, so I don't know what you're talking about. So I don't know. Sounds like slander to me. I feel like you guys need to like confess your crimes. Anyways, let's go through the list. So I believe the first one here is AC. Pretty good. We have a bathtub. I don't know why there are stuff like that in the appliance tier list. I'm like, that's not an appliance. Anyways, we have a blender. Then we have a ceiling fan. Then AC's goaded. Why is there a bathtub? See, I have the same questions, but I'm not complaining. We have a coffee maker. We have a PC. We have a dishwasher. I believe this is a washing machine. There's a standing fan. There's the freezers that you open from the top. Then there's a fridge. I believe this is supposed to be an air fryer, but I'm not 100% sure. Then we have like the little gas stove stuff that you just have in case something. Then you have this freaking thing I hate. Oh, you can't see it. Wait, let me move it. We have this freaking thing I hate to iron stuff. I hate it. We have a TV. We have a phone. We have a random lamp. We have a stovetop. We have a standing mixer. We have a sink. How is a sink an appliance, bro? Like, what do you mean? Oh, that's a space heater? Well, yeah. Well, then we should probably add an air fryer in there. Irons, who asked for this, right? A washing machine is an absolute need. Yes, I would even concur that I do love having my drying machine. I'm just saying. Yeah, we should have, I want to add the drying machine and, what do you call it? The thing I just said I wanted to add. Oh, air fryer, yes. Then we have a shower head, because, yeah, I guess. What do you mean? We have a sewing machine. We have a rice cooker. Oh, we already had a pressure cooker. How do you remove stuff? I guess we'll just leave it there. Oh, the dryer is here. Then we have whatever the hell that is. What the hell is that? Is that a thing to like destroy paper? I guess. A radio because we live in 2000, early 2000. Microwave, a toaster oven, a toaster, a toilet. I mean, a vacuum cleaner, a waffle maker, the fish grill, and the thermopot. There we go. Our friend rice cooker, most essential kitchen implements. Honestly, I cannot live without my rice cooker, so we already know I'm gonna be kind of biased about that one. All right. Speaking of vacuums, I really need to. Yeah, I do appreciate my little robot. She's annoying and she's dumb, and sometimes she doesn't do her job. But when she does, I'm very thankful for her because I didn't want to vacuum and she did it for me, you know? All right, we added the air fryer. So let me move stuff back where it's supposed to be. Should add a Roomba? Okay, we're adding it. I will trust you to do the job of looking for things, Aster, and adding pictures if we remember one while we're working on it, okay? All right. Are you guys ready? It's gonna be pretty epic. It's gonna be a battle of the purest minds, and we'll have to see. I think there's a few that are like very obvious, because I personally feel, I don't know, I might be wrong, but I kind of feel like a toilet might be essential. I mean, you could go outside or you could go in, like, you know, you dig a little bit of snow and you do your business, but you could also just have a toilet in your house. I don't know. There might be some people that disagree, but I'm just saying that looks like an essential situation, you know? All right. So essentials, I think this one is the number one as a thing that I feel like most of us cannot live without, okay? All right. You agree? Okay, we all agree. At least we're kind of normal humans. We can live with that. Let me see. I got, ooh, after adding good stuff in there. Let me just add. I see my own Roomba and I'm like, oh dang. Well, we don't want to have 10,000 items, but we're gonna do our best. Also, I'm finally home. Welcome home. Let's go. Finally. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Here, and here. We're adding cool stuff to the list. Yes. All right. I feel like AC is sometimes a tricky one. I personally think it's goated. I think having it in your house when you live in a country that has hot summers is life-saving. But I also feel like it's absolutely essentials in places like in Florida where people would just die because it's too hot. It's like, what do you do? Like, I feel like there are some countries that don't really have a choice to have them. So you just have it. So like, I feel like if I could, I would put it in like in between the two. Like it would be goated and essential because some people can't live without it. Like they'll die. Like there's so many old people that die in the summer because they're like, oh, you need to go to the mall, you need to do this because it's gonna be too hot in your house and you're gonna cook because the fan is not gonna do it for you, you know? AC is definitely goated, you know? I think we can agree. Yeah, but goated transcends, yes. It's above essential. We need it. I don't care about a room heater, but remove my AC, I'm cooked. Literally, yeah. Even if it's essential, if essential and goated is goated. Yes, agreed. I can agree with that. Yeah, I love that we're all coming to a common grounds about this. I feel like this whole stream is gonna make us closer than we've ever been. Then we have a bathtub. I personally think it's not essential. Nor a goat. I do like bathtubs, but I feel like I lived in places that they have bathtubs and I didn't take baths and I was fine. Like showers do the job, but it's for sure when you don't have one, sometimes you want to have a bath to relax, have a bubble bath, but it's really not essential to anybody's life in my opinion, you know? Amazing but not needed. Yeah, I think we can all agree that like a good bubble bath. I love I have like goat milk bubble bath situation. Like, you know, you get in there and then you come out and you're all soft and happy and you're like, ooh, that was great. It's a nice feeling, but do you need it in your house? Not so much, I would say. Also agree. Like, look at us being all on the same page today. Amazing. All right. I have a bathtub I want to use, but it leaks, so I can't, and that's tragic. That's worse. I'd rather like not have it than have it and it being broken. This is depressing. Is there nothing that can be done? Can you call someone? Can you get it fixed? Or like, I mean, that's also money, so maybe you don't wanna. But showers are good too. They are indeed. Oh, hello, Jacob. How you doing? How was your day? All right. Let's see. I really want to put this in the dumpster fire, so I'm gonna do it. This trash, this freaking ironing table situation, I hate it so much for several reasons. First, you will definitely at some point get your finger stuck in it and it's gonna hurt like it's never hurt before, and you'll be like, why do you hurt me so? Second, when it gets slightly broken, it will have a little piece of like metal that protrudes like on the table. So then you're ironing your stuff and then you have a freaking dot. And then you're even more annoyed because you didn't want to be there. You didn't want to be ironing anyways. But then now you have this weird thing going on. Third reason, I grew up without one and I've been very fine. In my house, what we do, you find a flat surface, might be a bathtub, might be a bed. It might be a counter. You fold a towel on it and you iron your stuff. And then when you become an adult and you have your own money so you can find your things and like buy the things that you've seen on TV, you buy a steamer. Even better, you just have a steaming cycle in your dryer and you call it a day. Isn't that amazing? There is no need for these anymore. And I mean, there was never one, but no, it can burn, okay? Anyways, let me catch up on my rant. Like so many other home improvement projects, it's on the list. Oh, you got this, I believe. You know, I can't disagree. That thing is so bad. I hate it so much. And my mom has one that's been broken for years and I hate it with all my being. I'm fine, just my new work that won't let me watch as many streams. Like the way showers are better at the bathtub. See, that's gonna be a discussion, but I think I'll probably agree with you. But I hope you like your new job though. Yeah, I'm poor. We're all poor fishing. Nothing new here. Ironing boards are only important if you live in a Home Alone movie. You know what? That's a very, very clear point. I agree. Or Aster always make Mana iron his shirt. Yes. That's not even a random statement. Yes. I mean, I got the steaming little situation. That's what I use to make stuff not look as wrinkled. Or I do I spray down some clothes with water and then I shove them in the steaming cycle and like the wrinkle thingy on the dryer and I call it a day, you know? My mom loves her ironing table, but yeah, I'm with you. Like, sure, I'm sure some people like it, but honestly, we don't need it. Okay, it's not a thing. I literally own an ironing board for 2 shirts. Like, I have 2 really fancy shirts and they need ironing. But you can't do it on your bed. Like, I mean, there are other options. I grew up like ironing on a bed. Like, you just put a towel and then you iron on it. Same results. The table is not gonna help you more than that, okay? Or count anything will do, okay? That's why I believe it belongs in the dumpster fire. Nobody wants that. All right, let's go for a ceiling fan. I think it's not a need because there are other ways around it. You can either have the GOAT, the AC, or you can just have a floor fan. I don't know. I grew up with one in some rooms in my house. But we never use them because my mom is allergic to dust and these collect dust on the things and then they just disperse everywhere. So, I mean, I think for me it's a meh actually because they do spread dust everywhere and I get annoyed about it, you know? I just, yeah, but I got it for free. You know what? We don't say no to free stuff. I just leave my shirt a little damp and hang it up to dry. Good enough. See, there are so many other ways around the ironing board situation table. Ceiling fans are meh. Wait. Ceiling fans are meh and bad feng shui. I mean, I've never felt weird about it. I currently have one ceiling fan over my head and I forget it's there. I hate the light it produces, but that's the only lamp I have in my office, so at least, see, it's another good reason I'm not a facecam streamer because my office be looking ugly right now with the random ceiling fan. Like, I don't have the whole fancy setup with all the face lights to look my best. So I would look like a homeless person in the corner. So you know what? I'm gonna stay a VTuber. It's fine. I'm between meh and need but not great. I mean, for me, it's the dust collection and spreading that makes it a meh for me, you know? Ceiling fans are peak since houses here in IKEA never have AC, so you're not goated with the sauce like all of us. We in North America live for our AC. We will have some sort, even the one that you put in the windows, the one that comes with the house. We will have AC in here. I guess depending on your needs, you would make it as a must or a need, but for us, it's not a thing really. I wouldn't go out of my way to remove ones that are there, but I wouldn't install one. Same. I don't know why we have so many. Like, we have 3 in our place. And I'm like, we never use them. I mean, I think Asher uses them sometimes when it gets hot in the summer and the AC is not doing its job. Personally, I never have my fan on. It's just too much. I don't like it. It's too loud. Because, you know, they always have the thing that you can't, like, you have to like pull down to like choose the speed or the direction and stuff. Well, then after that they move with the wind. I put a hair clip in one and I just left it there since June. I'm like, I couldn't sleep in that room because of it. So I'm like, absolutely not. I'm between meh and needed but not great here. Ceiling fans did nothing. I feel some frustrations in your life, Fish. Do you want to talk about it? They get in the way of VR sometimes too. Oh, I never thought about that. I hate them. They are annoying and more annoying things to clean. Yes, because you will forget to clean them and then you'll be like, oh my god, I'm dying from a asthma attack because there's too much dust in my room. So that is a thing that can happen and nobody wants that. I don't have one and I don't need one. See, that's perfect. I'm using it right now. Well, I mean, maybe you should put it in May then. Maybe you do need it because I don't use it. Random thing, we're February and I almost want to run the ACL already. Well, that's not gonna last, Konata, just saying. It's gonna be -12 on Sunday and it's gonna be snowing for 3 days straight. So no, winter is not gone, sadly. It's still very much ongoing to my despair. Yeah, houses here never come with AC since they're so old. Like, my parents live in a never house and it's like 120 years old. It's probably very nice and like historical, but I would probably be like, I don't need to do whole renovations, but I need to add AC in there. I would be like, I don't know. I mean, I don't actually know what the weather is like in IKEA land, so I don't know. How hot does it actually get? Like, do you need the AC or can you live with the fans? I have no idea, to be honest. I would remove the one in my kitchen if I wasn't renting and can't modify the apartment. I hate it. So much hatred in your heart. It's okay. At least we're able to talk about it today. We're able to have a discussion and help you feel your feelings, Fish. It's gonna be okay. I promise. Newer. Oh, newer. Oh, the newer house is 120 years old? Okay, all right. Like, dang. I feel you. We hit 85. I don't know what 85 is, but I'm guessing it's hotter than usual. Now it's still meh. Yeah, I wouldn't put it in who wants this because IKLN people wants this. Like some people that have no other options want this. So it's definitely not that. So meh is gonna be meh for me. This is fall spinner? Spring, a fall spring, which will be followed by second winter. Yeah, I was talking about it at work today. Like, yeah, no, don't relax yet. It's gonna get worse. It's gonna, like, all the snow that's melting right now, it's gonna turn into ice in a day or two. So do not be fooled, okay? I'm walking outside at 22F -6 and I'm sweating. Okay, well, you have problems. You're a bit too Canadian for the masses. You're not the norm. I do not do that. I have seen people in hoodies when it was -30 the other day, and I was like, okay, well, I don't even know what you're made of. That's just what's up. Anyways, let's continue. Let's go with the rice cooker, the holy grail of appliances in my kitchen. I do be needing it. At the same time, I think it's goated because it removes some stress. And for people that really don't know how to cook rice, it just removes the stress. If you just follow the instructions, you will have good rice at the end of the day. Even though I grew up in a house that did not have a rice cooker, I've always like made rice on the stove. And I've mostly been good at it. Like, I've had a few episodes where I don't pay attention and then it boils over and burns, or it's like soggy rice and stuff, so you don't like that. But I've been good. It's been years since I've messed up my rice, so it's like, yeah. I was not reading chat, now I see. Goated with no sauce, yes. It's like, nah, we love that rice cooker. Rice cooker is life, rice cooker is bae. We love it. It's just how it is out here. Like, if you don't have a rice cooker, what are you even doing with your life, you know? Or with the sauce, regardless, it's goated. Yes, rice cooker is goated. Rice cooker was useless then. I got one, and now it's essential. Yeah, it was not a concept when I was growing up. Like, we just always made rice on the stove, and that's how I grew up. So the concept of a rice cooker, I guess it kind of like came to my mind when I started watching anime, and I was like, what is this beautiful thing they always get some such nice and steamy rice out of? And then I was like, let me get one for my mom, and now she cannot live without hers. Like, she has a big like 10-cup rice cooker, and she makes everything, and then she's broken several parts in it, but it still works. Like, it doesn't actually close properly. You have to put the handle to carry it on top of the door for it to stay closed. But my mom refuses to get rid of it because it's an amazing one. It's like a Panasonic one. I have the same one, but like the small version, so it's like 5-cup. And I'm living for it. It's so cute. It's so amazing. The little song when you're done. Like, we love it, okay? Oh, do you have a pizza oven on the list? I don't think so. We'll have to discuss that because I think they're nice, but do I need that in my house? Probably not, you know? I don't make a lot of rice, so I don't have an opinion either way. What do you mean? What type of human are you if you're not eating rice? What do you mean? I love fresh steamed rice so much. Like, fresh, like, I am biased. I grew up like eating like basmati rice, jasmine rice and stuff. And as an adult, I've only eaten Japanese rice. That's the only rice that I buy. I always do that. Like, and then when I eat other types of rice, I'm like, what is this? This is not the same. This is not the same experience. I feel like if you have not tried Japanese rice, you don't understand. You don't understand what you need in life, and then you're like, oh, I thought I didn't like rice, but actually I do. Like, this will change your view of rice as a whole, you know? Let's see. Oh, do you have pizza? You asked me already. I'll check if Astrid can send it to me. I'd not put it above AC, but yeah, it's goated for sure. Yee. Or like a real rock one. I don't know, gotta be specific out here. I don't know why I'm sweating though. It's like -6. Why am I feeling hot? I don't know. It is pretty hot inside. I will agree. Like, I was sweating at work today, which I don't sweat. So I was like, what is even my body reacting weird to the temperature right now? Like, what is this? What is this? I don't like it. They're nice. I get that. We even use Japanese rice style rice for red beans and rice. Yeah, we use it for everything. We've been having chili. We don't care. We had butter chicken. We don't care. We will always make Japanese rice to eat with it. It doesn't matter. It's always gonna be good. It's always gonna be yum. I feel like it's the only type of rice that I feel happy eating on its own. Like I can just sprinkle some furikake on it or some salt sometimes. Like I just want to have gobble up some rice. I'll have it. I wouldn't do that with any other type of rice. I don't know. It's just a different type of yum. It hits you different. You know. It's like yeah. I get yeah. Good for when you're too lazy to preheat the oven and want pizza. Yeah, but I wonder how often would you be using that? We'll have the conversation. Let me go get it so I can add it. Thank you, thank you. Like I almost canceled stream today. I'm happy I didn't have to because this is great deep conversations we're having right now. I use it more often than I care to admit. Oh, so you're the fancy type. You actually have one. Like, okay, sir. Sir, we see you. See who's goated out here, who got monies. When I was a kid, I used to go to Chinese or Japanese restaurants and just eat plain rice. Yeah, I don't think I would do that with any other type of rice. They don't hit the same, you know? It's just like, nah. All right. I love my pizza oven. I can see. I feel like it's easy to tell when fish loves something and when fish hates something. There's so much emotion in the chat. Like we just know. Little money. It was just like 30 bucks. It's 30 bucks? Dang. Maybe we need one, but then I'll be crying because I will not know where to put it. Like we don't have a big chicken. We don't have a big kitchen. And I'm already struggling to find a place for everything. So if we had that, I know that Aster would want it and be happy. Or maybe he wants the fancier stuff. Whichever. But I'd be, okay, we can get out. Where the hell are we putting it though? We don't have a spot for this. Like we barely have spots for all of our appliances right now. So can we not? I'm trying to keep the kitchen organized sometimes, okay? My rice cooker was my wifey until it died. That's tragic times. 1 second of silence for the rice cooker. It will be remembered. How you doing, Grahats? It must be hard thinking about such tragic moments. The one I bought is one of the turning ones. It is compact and works really well. That's actually cool. Now, I'd rather have a bread oven instead, which is much bigger than that. So yeah, probably not anytime soon. When maybe if we move to a place that has more storage space, maybe one day. But as of right now, absolutely not. 13 happy years together to be well remembered when well loved. Oh, I miss having a bread oven. You had one. How lucky are you? Like it's never something that I ever consider having in my house. Like what you mean? Let's see. I think that this type of fridge, I don't know how you call it, the freezer, standing freezer, bucket, like coffin looking freezer, whatever. I personally think that it belongs in amazing but not a need. Because if there's 2 people in the house and you already have a fridge, I honestly don't see a reason why you would have that. Like I don't feel like you're supposed to have that much food in your house that you need to have a whole other freezer just for your food. Like I really don't see it. Maybe you guys have some argument about it. I think it's great. And like I grew up with, my mom has like almost 3 of them in our house, but we were 6 people in the house. So when they do groceries and stuff, we needed space, so it made sense. But for me and Asher together, I don't see why I would have that personally, you know, unless I went like hunting and you have a lot of meat or like you work with a farm and stuff like that. But I don't think it's a need for most people. Like, or if you're on your own, what are you using all that for? I don't know. Let's see. Well, a bread maker anyways. Well, Astor's fancy, he makes it from scratch. I'm not gonna complain, but you know. Bread makers are neat, but all the bread that I have ever had out of them is like a dense brick. Ooh, that doesn't sound great. The bread that we have here that we make in Dutch ovens are moist and nice. I like to slice a nice slice of bread, fresh bread, and then just dip it in some olive oil with some balsamic like vinegar. That's my guilty pleasure when I just want to have some bread, and then Aster judges me, but it's like, I don't care about your judgment. I'm just gonna have that, and it's gonna be my snack, and I'm gonna be happy about it, okay? Those are amazing, those large freezers. They are amazing. They just are not a need, in my opinion. My mom used to be obsessed with hers. Yeah, my mom, anytime I would just go visit her, if I didn't go see her for a while, there would be a new freezer in the house. Like, I have no idea where she gets them because she doesn't buy them. But she finds them places and then they just appear in our house. And I'm like, okay, I ain't gonna complain. At least I know I can always go forage for food at my mom's. There's always gonna be something in the freezer that I can grab and go home with, you know? Fresh beer bread with melting butter. Oh, yeah, you see, you're a real one. You understand the beauty of butter on bread. It's simple and it works and it's yum, and Astrid does not understand, okay? Like, just chuck it in the freezer and you never run out of space in it. Yeah, but I feel like that's how you forget you have food. Like, I feel like in a way I need to kind of see stuff to remember that I have it. Because there were a bunch of stuff in our freezer and like we forgot about it. And then as I opened it yesterday, like, oh, we forgot about this. And it's like, oh, whoopsie, we forgot. Because we don't see it. If it's not in the kitchen, we're not gonna open it all the time and see what's in there and be like, oh yeah, we should probably cook that. Oh, what are we buying this week? We have meat, but we forgot because it's in the deep freezer over there. Like, maybe not, you know? But yeah, heavy and super hard crust. Yeah, I would not want that for my bread. I like it moist, you know? I argue that horrid deep freezers are goated because of how little electricity they use and how much they store. But do you have a need for that storage? Because if you have a fridge, you have a freezer anyway. So even though it takes less electricity to run, you don't actually need to use that electricity to begin with. If you're a normal person or two people, you should have enough space in your fridge to fit everything you need. Unless, as I said, if you're like a hunter and stuff and you have like, you'll kill a deer and then you like keep all of it, so you keep it in big bags and stuff, that would not fit in your freezer. I get it. But there's not much that I can't see myself fitting in my freezer. I don't see it personally, you know? I guess it would be good for me for the summer. What do you do with it in the summer? Do you take a bath? No, my parents' one is like bigger than a bathtub. Oh yeah, my parents too. Like, they have one that opens like from the front and one that opens on the top. And the other day, Aster and I went to the Enterprise Costco and we saw the biggest, longest one. And we were like, ooh, we don't have space for this and we have no use for this. But like, ooh, that looks cool. That was the vibe, you know? I also bought a panini press thing and it makes badass Rubens. Ooh, that sounds yum. Also pretty good grilled cheese. Yeah, I'm sure it would be good because I do like the grilled cheese that Aster makes me in the air fryer. But if it was like full on pressed, it would probably be divine, and I wouldn't be mad at it. But I do not want an extra appliance in my house. Sandwich press is a rock. Yeah, they make great PB&Gs. I've never liked jam, so I've never liked that. So yeah, judge me, but I'm not a fan of jam, so I would never have a PB&G. I can't English. They're so great. Also great for reheating Chinese food. In the panini press? Like, what do you mean? One of my favorite appliances you own. Like, apparently you have a bunch of fancy appliances. Like, you're a real man that loves to eat good, you know? Buttered bread is yummy though. Yeah, it's really good. It's very yummy. Never said I don't understand. I said it's not... It's real food. You feel happy, you feel satisfied, you feel like you're in heaven with a nice warm piece of bread with some melting butter on it. You just feel like you've achieved greatness, okay? Sister over here would not eat all day, and then when I tell her to eat, she eats bread and butter and tries to convince me that's food, because it is. You're just very judgy and you have a lot of discrimination in your heart, and you need to do the work to be better. Like, that's what you need to do, okay? This man. Yeah, but you can like buy 30 plus kg of meat and just have meats for a month. But I mean, I guess you got the monies like that, but I personally don't have money to buy 30 kgs of food. Like, you know, I have a budget and I try to live by it month by month, paycheck by paycheck. So I'm not gonna just dump all my money in 30 kilos of food like that. I can't afford it. So even if I wanted to fill my fridge with it, I can't. I don't know. Maybe you guys be living the high life, but I'm not. You know, that's just not it. I mean, I have eaten dumber things, so I can't judge. See, someone that knows what's up. You're not here to judge. You're here to understand. Like 65 pounds in wrong unit. No, those are the right units. You guys are just confused, okay? Like, ever just eat handfuls of shredded cheese out of the bag? You know how I haven't done that, but I've done that with Fruit Loops, so who am I to judge? I will not judge you. I'm here for you to feel listened to and respected, okay? What do you mean no? Aster just doesn't know life. Kind of great, not gonna lie, especially when drunk. I personally like to randomly just take a slice of ham, put some cheese in it, shove it in the microwave, roll it up, and just eat the delicious cheesiness. Sometimes I also like to make a mayo cigar. I know you would love that, fish, but I just take a nice slab of a ham and I put some Kewpie mayo in it and then I roll it and I eat it and I feel so happy about it. I feel like, yes, this is what I was made for. This is what I was born in this world for. It was to eat that randomly in the middle of the night. And then one of my favorites that I have problems with, so I try to not do it because I know I have a problem. I absolutely love having big chunks of ham in maple syrup. It's so good, especially when the ham is like cold. And it's like refreshing but sweet at the same time, and like the saltiness of the ham with the maple. Absolutely amazing. I live for it. It's just best time in my life, you know. Never done handfuls of shredded cheese. Have eaten uncooked ramen bricks with a slice of cheese on top. Wait, I have eaten uncooked ramen. What do you mean with a slice of cheese? How do you make the cheese? It's not even hot. That I have questions, but you know, who am I to judge? But peanut butter, I do love peanut butter. Peanut butter is great. I live for it, but I have to be in a certain mood for it. I will not eat peanut butter any day of the week, you know. Uncooked ramen with the powder sprinkle on top is surprisingly good. That used to be my snacks like in middle school. You would just bring it, you crush it so it becomes small, put the little powder on it. It's extremely salty, but you're living for it. You're like, oh, yeah. Thank you, fish. I get so many weird looks for it. Yeah, I like it. I'm just not vibing with the cheese on top because it's cold and dry. Why are you putting cheese on this, you know? Crust, yes, but I'm not bite into the brick though. Yeah, that would probably break my teeth personally, you know? It is crunchy and great. Also, I was a broke lazy college student at the time. Yeah, we've all been there. What's wrong with you? What do you mean what's wrong with you? It's a very normal thing to do. Crunchy for the win. Lots of diagnosable things. Shh, we don't talk about that. We're all very normal. What do you want, sir?
I was very concerned when you talked about your own place and you crushed it. I was like, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm
Very
normal.
the normal human.
Yeah,
Thank
you
God.
gotta crush the ramen. Like, you're not here to like break your teeth
Like
and
I was
die.
like, what do you mean you just bite into the brick? I don't get that
Yeah,
one.
no. You're supposed to
That's
have open the bag, get rid of the air, then you crush it, and then you put the little powder on top, and then you shake it, and then you eat it. That's how you're supposed to enjoy this thing. What do you mean?
You need to add the rest of the appliances.
I will. Like, let me read the chat.
Add.
Leave me alone, my God. No, I'm no one to speak. You know, nobody here is to judge. Mayo, I mean, have you ever tried Kewpie mayo though? Kewpie mayo is not exactly the same as normal mayo. Maybe you will be able to reconcile your feelings with it if you ever have it, you know? I sleep in that freezer. Next thing I know, I'm in the 3000 millennia. Yeah, you don't really want to do that. There's like some danger, you know? I don't think I'd go out of my way to maple syrup ham, but as a side effect of pancakes or waffles, I'd be 100% for it. Yeah, no, but I think I know of it because when we go to the Sugar Shack here, this is the thing. You put maple syrup on everything, and there's usually like maple marinated ham, and you just add some more on top. So I grew up eating that, like, or either like breakfast sausages with maple. Those are very important things to do as a Canadian, you know? Though I like to eat just slices of white bread with either just mayo or truffle sauce. I've never had truffle sauce, but so I'm not gonna judge. I don't like mayo that much that I would have it with plain bread. But I've also just eaten plain bread with nothing on it. But like the soft type, like the one that, you know, you put on your counter for 3 months and it's still fine because you bought it at the grocery store. That I've done. But with like artisan bread and stuff like that, I don't usually eat it alone. I eat it with either olive oil or with butter. Those are my two things. I mean, it is decent and crushed though. No. No, that's the one thing that I'm side-eyeing you a bit about, but you know. Oh no, I 100% bite right into the brick. You guys need help. Have you checked with your dentist if you're okay? Like, what you mean? Wait, what? Yeah, that's the feeling. I have eaten it crushed and as a whole brick. Both are decent. But which one is better? Now I'm curious. Like, which one makes you feel complete. Maximum crunch, please and thank you. Okay. You know, as I said, we listen, we don't judge in this chat. We're here to listen to you, give you a little bit of a side eye here and there, but not full on judge. I like to eat fresh bread, but also 1 or 2 days old bread. Well, I mean, as long as it's too hard, not too hard, I don't mind. Like the bread that Aster bakes, like I love it. Like in the first 24 hours, it's just so moist and so soft, and it's amazing. I always eat all the crust first so I can get to the moist part. But then after that, yeah, you have to like fight with it a little bit more. It depends because when it's fresh, I don't toast it. I just eat it as is. I like it with like some nice fried eggs and some avocado and stuff like that. And you're like, ooh, that's awesome. Are you guys' teeth made of paper mache? Like, what are you they? How would dry ramen hurt your teeth? It's just crunchy. It would probably destroy my gums, to be honest. My gums and like destroy the inside of my mouth. I'm just not about it. Not much more than chips. I don't know if it's crushed, so it's small little things, sure, but not biting into it like an apple. Like what you mean? Like what you mean? I don't think that's a very normal like I mean not normal. I would not judge you like that, but I don't think it's a very common thing, you know? All right, let's move on because we're not moving on, and somehow we've already been streaming for an hour. I don't know how that happened. Okay, well, I think we're gonna go with the home phone. In this day and age, I would probably put it in who wants this because everybody has a cell phone, but at the same time, my parents still use their home phone. So, and I don't hate the phone. It like we needed it before the technology got upgraded. So it'd be like, who wants this? Because it's not a need anymore. Like we all have cell phones. So I don't think I would keep it, but I don't hate it. I'm just like, why would you go out of your way to get this though? Like, what do you mean? Who wants this? Yeah. Landline is trash. What is your hatred with the landline now? Like, what's wrong? I mean, I never did say I was normal, facts. So, you know, I cannot judge you too much. You vented about work. That's how that happened. What? Oh my gosh, the slander and information. I started stream and then I was right on the content right away. I don't know what you're talking about. I would never be yapping for long and delay stuff, okay? Jeez. Let's see. Def, who wants this? Landlines are spam magnets and nothing else. I mean, my parents don't really get spam calls on our phone. I guess it's not popular enough. Like, it's just like some people that my parents have known for the past 30 years that have not changed, or like maybe they haven't contacted them in years, so they don't even know their phone number. They will reach them that way. So, you know, I'm from the time where my mom had to buy call cards to call people back in Haiti and stuff like that. And now with the era of like internet and like WhatsApp and stuff, it's just nobody needs this business anymore. I wonder what happened to these businesses. I wonder what they transitioned into because nobody needs them anymore. I don't think I've seen a home phone since my grandparents moved 4 years ago. Yeah, well, as I'm saying, it's not too far from me because my parents still have it, but I don't, my sisters don't, like, nobody I know has one these days. All it is nowadays is telemarketers and nonsense like that. Apparently that's what's up in the States with the phones. Avocado sandwiches are the best, facts. Here we make them with a fluffy bread with like a short baguette with mayo, cheese, tomatoes, and chili. Wait, where's the meat? Where's the ham? What do you mean? Like, there's something missing here. What do you mean? My parents still had one, like, till a couple years ago. It was annoying house sitting for them, as it was always ring for dumb crap. Probably. I mean, I feel like in our home, my parents keep it because them having the phone makes their internet bill and TV bill cheaper because it needs to be, like, a trio or something. But if they could, they would probably get rid of it, you know. Because they can call the States and stuff with their cell phones, so there's no reason to use a special rate with their service provider, to be honest. They transitioned to scam calls through your phone number source. I worked for a company like that for one day, and we tried to scam old people. Okay, well, I guess the change in business was really hard for them, so dang, jeez. Alright, so we're gonna go for the normal essentials. Like, we all need a sink, okay? Like, what do you do without a sink? How do you wash anything? Like, how do you wash your face? Or how do you wash your dishes? Like, I feel like that's kind of essential. It's not goated unless you have like those fancy like ceramic ones that are super huge and you can put everything in it. But it's not like most of us enjoy the cleaning. Like we're not all about that life like me, so it's like you know. Let me add the sandwich press in here. All right. Essential, but like not good unless your tap water is goated. Yes, I remember I went on a road trip with my sisters, and then we rented an Airbnb, and that had the most delicious water we've ever had. We would just stand there at the sink and get more water. We were so sad to leave, not because our vacation was done, because the water was so yummy. I was like, what do they have in their water here? What do you mean? Sandwich presses are goated. I don't know. I feel like it's nice, but it's not a need to me type of thing, you know? No, it's an avocado sandwich, not a ham or bacon sandwich. So the meat is the whole avocado in slices. Yeah, no. I love avocado, but I like it with some either egg or ham or something. Like it can marry with anything. So except I would not be down for the tomato situation, you know? Rubens, well, I mean, I'm lazy. I'll just go order it somewhere, you know? Oh my god, man, I ignore half of the appliances I added. What do you mean? Like, the last one I have is the panini press. Are you sure you sent them, sir, instead of complaining? Because I can't scroll any more down. Oh, wait. Oh, there was some above. Because the last one I saw was a pizza oven. There's too many things, bro. I'm trying to end this stream one day. Like, what do you mean? You could try it sometime. You should add some salt if the cheese is not salty enough. Yeah, I would probably try it. I would probably just not have the tomatoes. But I grew up eating avocados all the time, so that's why it was so confusing to me when it became a thing for like hipsters and whatnot. It was like, okay, but like, why are you guys making it expensive? It was a very normal thing to have in my household growing up. Oh my god, Aster, there's like 6 items, and we're not even like halfway through what we already have, sir. My god, you ignore everything between the bidet and the pizza oven. Like, my god. Hipsters? Apparently it's for hipsters. I don't get it. I don't think it's for hipsters. Avocados are just good. That's it, you know? Let me drink some water. I've been yapping too long. All this cheese talk is making me want some real sharp cheddar. Ah! Who dares? Thank you. I was just drinking, bro. What do you mean? Go get the cheese. It's like my whole country identity here. Yes. And well, that's the thing, because it's probably not super expensive for us, because the hipster made it popular. Like avocado prices like just rose, and now barely anybody can just afford them, and it's a tragedy of our time, you know. Blender's amazing, but not needed. Yeah, I mean, it depends how often you cook and what you do. Like my mom makes everything, because if you have a Vitamix, you can make ice cream, you can make soup, you can make juice, you can powder stuff. Because what my mom does, I got her like a juicer that like keeps all the pulp separated. It's very, very nice. Then she dries it and then she blends it so she gets powder. Okay, like she does that with ginger, so she can have good, fresh, real ginger powder. So that's pretty cool. Or any spices that you want to grind down, it will do it for you in a perfect manner, and you'll be very happy, you know. Let's see. Cheese is love, cheese is life. Facts. Oh no, blenders are the best. I use it to make ground beef. Yeah, I feel like there are so many things you can do with a blender. Like I would actually I would say it's kind of goated personally. To ground beef, sir, I don't know what verb to use here. I mean, I get what you're saying. Make it into ground meat. It's fine. Are we on blender now? Yes. Cause blender's goated. Yeah. I grind beef to make ground beef. Yes, see, English-speaking people, they can help you with that one. I personally feel it's goated. I feel like it's so versatile. There's so many things you can do with it. Like making a creamy soup. When you have one of these, it's easy peasy. It's a perfect situation. Blender's pretty cool, right? See, Vector having a good opinion today. Like, amazing. Blenders are amazing for smoothies. Just throw in some frozen berries, some ice, yogurt, and sugar. Yeah, you can have drinks, you can have soup, you can like grind down spices. There's so many things you can do with it. I would say it's goated. Like I didn't want to spend on one, but then on Black Friday there was a red blender, so I had to buy it. I could not, and now like we don't use it for a lot when we're not gonna do a big quantity, but it has saved Aster a lot of time in some recipes he wants to do that we probably wouldn't want to do if we didn't have the blender, you know. Well, thank you. Yes, we all learn English in here. See, it's English learning skills and learning about appliances today. Smoothies are pretty rad as well. Also milkshakes. Yeah, milkshakes are pretty good. Like I'd rather like a real big blender like this one. Like I think the Magic Bullet is good. It's just not as efficient. Once you've like had a Vitamix, you're like, I cannot go back, bro. It will make everything that you want to make perfect. So it's just amazing. For Mexican mole, I suppose for curry too. It's so easy to blend the sauce with a blender. Everything, you shove it in the blender, call it a day, and it's smooth. There's nothing left. It's a great time. You can get one for like $30 USD or a fancy one for $250. Yeah, $250 US. Like we got a Vitamix, so it was more expensive, but it's the type of thing that has like a life warranty, and honestly, they don't really break that easy. So my mom my mom has had to change hers a few times, but they cover it, so it doesn't really matter. So it's all good at the end of the day. What's up?
It's mole, not mole.
Mole. How am I supposed to know that? Wow. You came here to tell me how to pronounce stuff in the chat?
Yes.
Go back to your desk, my God. Jeez. You're so proud of yourself too.
Of course. Do you know what it is?
No?
Mexican mole. It's a sauce.
I assumed so.
It's an interesting sauce.
Okay, thank you, Ast. Thank you for your input.
Of course.
Uh-huh. Yes.
What is that?
Can you leave me and let me stream in peace, my God? Jeez. Anyways, just don't blend your hand. Yeah, that would not be a great feeling. That's why usually they come with a handle so you can push stuff down with it. Yes, laugh at Aster being a nerd that has to tell me how to pronounce stuff and like, do you know what this is? This is this. I didn't ask. My God. This man is such a nerd in all his sassiness. Anyways. It's Sad Boy. Hello, how you doing? I made it. How you been? We make it to coffee makers yet? Not yet. We're not there yet. Well, it was accurate. I'm sure it is. It's just a nerd. She's wearing a sock on her hand for some reason. Wow! You're just gonna expose me in my privacy like that? I knew I couldn't trust you. I will put a lock on my door from now on so you cannot barge into my streams and judge me and expose my secrets. And it's not a sock. Okay? It's just comfortable on my hand, and you're just here to judge and be despicable. Okay? Anyways, that being said, let's see, what do I want to go for next? I guess we can go for the coffee maker. Yeah. I feel like a coffee maker is amazing, but not needed. I feel like there are other ways to have a good coffee without that. And I am someone that has coffee almost every morning, but it wouldn't change my life if I didn't have one, because I'm not a coffee dependent. Caffeine doesn't work for me, so I just drink it for the taste. But I feel you can also have other options to make your coffee. I'm not being a heathen telling you to have instant coffee. That's disgusting. But like the percolator situation down there also works. There are other ways around, and honestly, as a society, I believe we drink too much coffee. I think something is gonna happen genetically to all of us because we drink too much of it. I'm just saying, that's my prophecy for the future, okay? Let me see. I said bully Mana in the chat and in real life. Yes, he's a big bully, I'm telling you, okay? Is the chat the sock puppet? Yes. Goat above goat, like the best G's. Essential, especially for college kids, but for a specific reason. I wouldn't know. I was a delinquent. Wow, man, I have a sock on her head. It is judging me for being weird. The proxy. It's not even a sock. He's just judging, okay? Coffee maker is neat, but not great in my opinion. I think it's amazing, but not a need. And I'm not struggling to use my mouse because of whatever's on my hand. I'm pretty good at this, okay? You need your coffee, but it doesn't make good coffee. True. I mean, it depends. Like, we have a generic picture, but sometimes you have a very fancy, like with a milk frother thing, and like you grind the coffee beans in it and stuff, and it will taste delicious. I just don't think it's a need. Like, I think it's great, but it's not a need, you know? Like Goat Plus, You can use it to heat water for ramen. I mean, I have a kettle. Like, I'll use my kettle, you know. I will not be a heathen like Kieran that will boil, quote unquote, boil his water in a microwave. I feel like that's going places that shouldn't be reached in time in life. But you know, that's different. Americans be different out here, you know. I'm an instant calf heathen. No, not like this. You don't know real life. I don't drink coffee, so I don't need it. Yeah, see, I drink coffee because I just like the taste, but I don't need it. So if I didn't have it, I wouldn't cry about it, type of thing, you know? Yep, you could even throw the coffee on your cup and then filter it. Yeah, there's so many ways, so I don't think the machine is actually needed in life. I used my coffee maker to heat plates and water actually cook on when I was in college because we couldn't have a grill or anything in our dorm. See, if you use it for very smart things like that, it is worth it, I would think, you know? We were very limited to what appliances we were allowed to have when I was uni. I'm like, how did they expect you to live and feed yourself if you cannot have anything to cook on? Like, hello? What were they thinking with them rules? I learned in college how to cook so many things in a microwave that were not meant to be cooked in a microwave. You know, I get that, but do you need to boil water? It feels different. It hits different, okay? And before anyone says microwave, we were poor college kids. A $10 coffee maker or $80 microwave. You make the choice here. You have to choose your battles, okay? Electric kettles are better in my opinion. Yes, I love my kettle. Kettles be great. And especially the big ones that you can like boil like 2 liters of water. So like if you need to do something, because I don't only use it like for cooking or for drinking tea and stuff. I like to deep clean stuff. So I need a lot of hot water so I can like clean that thing so it's spick and span. So I don't want to be having to like boil water over and over. At that point, I'll just put a pot on the stove and use it that way, you know? Oh, my microwave was a cheap one. A cheap used one I think I got for like $40. It finally died like a year ago and now I have a way nicer microwave. You see, that's my problem. I got a free microwave and I love it because it's a free microwave. See, but Aster hates it. Like, it's too small. He's always complaining about it. But I refuse to buy a microwave when I have one. That's why we had put a microwave on our wedding registry because I'm like, I'm not willing to buy one when we have one. But if someone gives it to us, I will live. But I'm not changing our microwave for no reason. Is it small? Yes. Was it free? Absolutely. And does it warm stuff? Yes. Does it take a longer time sometimes? Yes. But it does the job. We're able to make popcorn in it. We're not changing the microwave, okay? I had that thing for ages. Yes, I use it to heat vinegar up. I mean, for cleaning certain purposes. Exactly. I just cleaned a cup yesterday and it was so satisfying. I put a little bit of vinegar, put my boiling water, then I used my like scratchy thing, and then it was spick and span. It was so shiny, like it was never used before. There's something so satisfying about this. We don't play about cleaning with hot water in this house, okay? My only problem with kettles is we have really hard water, and so if it's not descaled, every couple of weeks we get lime flakes in our drinks. Yeah, I mean, same here, but I'm a neat freak, so I will be descaling my kettle here and there. I can't help myself, you know. I got a microwave for free with my apartment. See, we love free things. We don't spit on free things that we get some way or another, okay? Good enough is better than buying a new one. Facts. It does the main job. So what am I gonna change it for? I guess we can go for that. Is a microwave essential or a goat? I think it's amazing, but it's not a need personally. I feel like I like having one, but I also grew up without one and we lived. Yeah, it's annoying to put stuff on the stove or in the oven sometimes, but especially in this day and age where we have the almighty air fryer. The microwave could go most of the time, you know? Essential, not goated. I don't know. I personally don't think so. I think it's amazing, but it's not a need. Like, I feel like if I had bills to pay and I had to choose between paying my bills or having a microwave, I would pay my bills, you know? It would not, like, win over it. Not good. Microwave is essential. I don't know. I think that might be the one we actually all disagree on because you guys are thinking it's life or death. But, like, especially like a few years ago, our microwave died in my parents' house and we just didn't replace it. We just lived without a microwave. Just put your stuff on the stove. And then, again, the almighty air fryer came in and then we can put most things in it. It is great. Last month, $1,000 coffee maker, and my dad was like, why? Because our other one broke. What do you mean you spent $1,000 on the coffee maker? See, that's when I question things. But like, I'm not here to judge. We don't judge, we listen out here. But what you mean? That's the type of thing like a company would buy. And yes, I'm gonna have to hurt you guys. It's amazing, but it's not a need. We need to go back to our roots. We need to go back to the stoves. And as my mom would say, anyways, you're gonna get all the waves and you're gonna get some disease for it. So, you know, gotta go back natural, okay? I didn't have a microwave for 3 months during uni. I still have nightmares about it. I mean, I guess it depends on your situation, but if you live at home and you have a whole kitchen that is functional, you can definitely live without one, you know? Skill issue, you don't understand. I understand that we can live with a stove and an air fryer and it's gonna do everything you need to do. And personally, I don't even like heating stuff like soup in the microwave. I do it because I have one and I'm lazy. But I'd rather do it on the stove and get it to the right consistency I want and make sure it's like all warm and stuff. It's gonna be better and then it's gonna like get some moisture out in the microwave anyways. So I'd rather do it on the stove. Am I gonna be annoyed by the fact that I have to clean more stuff? Yes. Am I gonna clean them anyways because I don't have a choice? Yes. So it's fine, you know? Last month I almost bought a 1,000 coffee. Okay, let's go. That makes more sense because I was like, my man, I mean, if you got money to waste like that, share. Like I'm like, hello? And you actually buy it. Good. You were sensible to this. You can survive without a microwave, but is it really living? I see the depression hitting you guys. Yeah, but 3 minutes in the microwave or 10 minutes above the stove. Well, that's a skill issue, I mean, because you're supposed to plan ahead. So then you can be like, all right, I know I'm going to eat at noon, so I'm going to get stuff going before, okay? It's different. Tell her, like, see you and you're complaining. You should count yourself lucky that we have our free microwave that you hate, okay? Yeah, but lazy, see, it's all about being lazy. So my point stands. That means that I am right in all of this, clearly. All right, now the one that as basement dwellers, gamers, we cannot live with. I cannot live without my computer. If there's one thing, like it's essential, it's goated. It lets me yap for hours about appliances. So I mean, are we really gonna like spit on that? Like, what you mean? I prefer stove over the microwave any day, but Hot Pockets only take 3 minutes in the microwave. You know, yeah, it's all about convenience, but most of the time it will be better on the stove. That's what's up. I'm not reheating leftovers on the stove. I've done it my whole life, so you know it's fine. Just cause you're right doesn't mean you're correct. Also, computer above AC. Yeah. That's our number one here. We're filthy gamers. We need our PCs. We need our internet. We need our things, okay? Computer is coded for sure. Yes, absolutely. 100%. Computer is essential. Not go, oh, we have someone that does not understand. You don't understand. If I didn't have a PC, I wouldn't be yapping to you right now. You understand how we need that, and what kind of entertainment would you be doing if none of us VTubers could stream? Huh? What would you be watching then? Hmm? You couldn't. We couldn't be streaming. Because even worse for VTubers, at least other streamers can do in real life with their phone and stuff. What are we gonna do? We can't do it, okay? And can use my phone for lazy entertainment nowadays as well. Yeah, but not the VTubers. The VTubers could not live if they didn't have it. See, a whole generation of VTubers would not be known by the world if we didn't have our PCs to be full-on gamers in our basements with anime girls avatars. You'd be missing out on that, I'm just saying. My phone only gets used for Reddit. You're fancy. You go on Reddit? That's brave of you. I mean, I guess I do go on Reddit. I use it for micrologs. I like to see what other people are doing and cry to see people having better hair than I do, or feel better about myself because I'm like, okay, well, it took them 2 years to get where I am right now, so maybe I'm not doing so bad. That's what I use Reddit for, and I basically only use it on my phone as well, so I get that. I would freaking die without my computer. See, we need a computer in this house. Oh, I forgot computers are appliances in English. In Spanish, they're not. I don't think they're appliances, but they're in this list that came with the whole tier list, so we're just gonna use it. I would not consider it an appliance, but it's there, and it's great, and we need it. It's an electronics. Like, it's not, like there's a TV there. It's not an appliance. I love my PC, same. I love it. It's white and it's pretty, even though I'm sad because with my office setup, the glass side is against the wall, so I never get to see it. It was like that in my apartment before too, so it's been a while since I've been able to see the pretty colors, the RGB in my PC. It's sad times, Yeah, but I found VTubers through a song on TikTok. Yeah, but they would not exist because we wouldn't be able to track and do all the things that we do if we didn't have our PCs. So that's how goated it is. PCs brought you VTubers. Think about that. I mean, in English, they're not quite an appliance. It's a bit of a stretch. It is a stretch. I don't know what's there, but it's there, so we're gonna look at it, I'm learning too much tonight. Yeah, you gotta take notes, gonna come back to it and be like, today I learned about so many very important things about appliances in English, I paid for the RGB. I must see the RGB. That's how I feel, but I can't put my PC on the other side, so it's just like, oh, my RGB. One day, maybe I'll move to a house where my office will have the right side for me to see my PC, but as of right now, I cannot see it and it's sad. I just see the light reflected on the dark wall. It's like, okay. I still need to upgrade my PC, but monies. Also, your phone is a PC, just smaller, less capable one. Yeah, I could not VTube with my phone, so not the same. It does not hit the same. I installed a shelf net to my desk just so I could see it. See, I would do it. The thing is that it would need to be on the right side of my desk, and the right side of my desk is the door to my office. So I would just be flinging it on the floor, and it would be in the way. So it wouldn't exactly work. I mean, I guess I could flip how I make it, but then I can't see people coming through the door, so it's bad feng shui. I don't know. Maybe I'll move it one day. I don't want to redo all my cable management though, so maybe I'll just suck it up and one day change my whole office, Though I do have a really fancy PC with no RGB, I paid extra for quietness, not RGB. Yeah, I mean, I have no complaints to make about my PC noise-wise. It's always been pretty quiet. I just make sure to clean it once in a while to make sure it doesn't get any louder than it could be, so yeah. Yeah, my last PC was so damn loud. Like, I mean, you guys don't understand. Aster's PC is always talking to us all day, every day, all day. Like, there's no way you can just leave it on during the night because we'll hear it in the whole house. It's like, like from the first day, like he moved his PC here and he started out like, what's up with your PC? Why is he talking to us? But yeah, no, anytime he's not using his PC, he turns it off because if not, it'll just bother us if we're like in the living room watching TV. Then we just hear his PC talking to us and we did not ask. Like, we just did it, The one I have now, I made sure to buy quieter fans. I think that's a must if you are gonna make a computer, like build it together or like look for the parts and stuff. Make sure it's quiet. Give yourself some peace of mind. And I feel even like if you're gonna be streaming, you don't want to have your PC talking to the chat, okay? You're trying to have a conversation with people. not with the PC, okay? Yeah, but I bought a PC case known for being quiet and extra quiet fans. Yeah, because you're smart. You know what's up. I didn't even know. I was lucky with my choices of fans and stuff, so my PC is very quiet. But la dang. If I knew, I would go the extra mile to make sure it was quiet. Anyways, I'm telling you, at the rate we're going, we're never gonna finish this tier list. You know what's funny? I was like, I don't know if I have enough stuff to say about an appliance tier list. Maybe I should have a few lined up. Clearly, we have a lot to say about these, you know? NZXT has some super quiet fans and for anyone looking to build a new PC soon. Not a paid sponsor. We all wish we were though, but I've seen ads for them. I'm just too broke. Like one day I will upgrade my PC, but right now it's not a necessity. It's not goated, so like I'm not gonna do it. I just hope my PC doesn't die because sometimes it gives me some frights and I'm like, can you not die? I'd appreciate that. Thank you, you know. Do a part 2 maybe? Maybe I'll have to. It depends. I mean, we've been streaming for what? An hour and a half. It's still in our time, so you know. I got a fractal design case and fans. I don't know that one personally. Yeah, I do like the NZXT fans. I remember back in the day when I was building my current PC, I wanted to order it from them, but I was broke, and the only reason I didn't do it is that they were not offering like a firm and stuff to pay it over time. So I was like, or they were only offering it in the States. They wouldn't like ship it to Canada. I don't know. There was something going on. So I was like, I cannot afford this. So I went with CLX is the company I used to build my own PC, not sponsored. And I had some issues with customer service, but I got some free RAM from it, so you know, I'm not gonna complain too much. At the end of the day, it is now a functional PC. It's also what made me decide to get LASIK because it pissed me off when they were having me do custom like tech support in my PC. I had to check some parts, and then my glasses kept falling inside my PC, and it drove me crazy. And the next day, I called LASIK to get an appointment. So you know, all in all, it all ended pretty well for me, you know? And my PC's still up and running. It's been like, what, 3 years? I got it a little bit before VTubing. And I'm happy that it's good enough to handle it because I had never thought about streaming when I got my PC. So I was like, okay, well, I made a good investment and it's still serving me very well so far, so it's all good. Fractal are cool. I will believe you on that because I have no idea. All right. How do we feel about the fridge? It's definitely essential because you need to have food. But is it goated? Actually, I'm not sure. Because like without a fridge, you can't have food. But it's not like it's goated like a toilet, like you need one, but is it goated, you know? Not goated? Yeah. Like it gives me food, but like that's it. It's a quite boring appliance if you ask me, you know? I wanted to build my PC on a water jug, but yeah. Yeah, maybe that wasn't the way. Good because it allows for a variety of foods, but I mean, that's his job. Like, it's not... I don't feel like it's anything special. We just all need to have one because if not, we cannot live. We cannot eat. We cannot preserve any food. So it's like, yeah, we need one, but that's about it. Like, I don't feel any type of excited way about it, except... I love my fridge because it's the first time that we have a fridge with ice and water in it. I didn't grow up with a fridge like that, so it's pretty exciting for that. For the fresh water situation and the ice maker, I guess this could push it higher if we think about that fact, you know? But can they play Doom? That's the real question. If they can't, what can they do at this point? We don't know. Fridge is essential. Oh wait, fridges are the best. They're good. But they're not above my PC in my heart, you know? I kind of want to put it in need, but not great, to be honest. I don't like fridges like that. I mean, I still think I would leave it in essential rather than that. Like, yeah. Essential, but not amazing. Exactly. So I think it would be in between these two. There are fridges with screen and Twitter. Yeah, I do not want to be tracked from my fridge, people knowing what I have in it, judging the cleanliness of my fridge because I know someone's hacking my fridge. Like, people be hacking fridges. I do not need my fridge to be doing all that. I need it to open and close and keep my food and have space so that I can see what I have and what I don't. That's really all I need in a fridge. I don't need it to be fancy like that. Goated if you have one of those fancy ones with the ice dispenser and soda streamer. Oh, they have the soda streamer one now? I didn't know. I have ice, I have water, and I feel very fancy about myself, to be honest. If not, 0 out of 10. The Samsung fridges can play Doom. I mean, I feel like they can do too much. Like, I feel like you're being too extra. You're being a diva if you're doing all that. Like, you're just a fridge as long as you work, because that's the problem. Honestly, my sister has a horror story with her Samsung fridge, even though I do have one, but I took warranty on it because of it. But like, it kept leaking the water for years and destroyed their floor, and there was no warranty. It was really hard to get it fixed. So it's like, I don't know. I love Samsung for a lot of their appliances, but fridges are not their strongest suit. And then imagine having to do electrical support for the touchscreen for your fridge. You're not supposed to have these worries with the fridge. It's a fridge. It's supposed to have food in it, and that's about it, okay? Yep, they can. Well, then maybe you're changing your mind, fish. The fridge that came with my house, the ice maker hasn't broken on since we moved in, sadly. Well, yeah, that's not gonna convince you otherwise. That's great. LG have a fridge that can play Doom since the fridge door is basically a giant iPad. I'm like, who needs that? Who needs to be playing games on their fridge? It's a fridge. It was never supposed to do anything other. So I'm like, this is just, you're being too extra for me. Double door fridges are goated. Yeah, I do like mine. It's interesting. The one that we have, instead of having handles in the front, we have to open it from the top or from the bottom of the door. And it makes for a sleek look. I don't like everything about it. I think the way the doors closes annoy me a little bit sometimes. But except for that, it gives a really neat, clean look. We love it. It's nice, so you know. Oh, I would never buy them. I just needed to keep food cold and frozen. Exactly. That's what they should be doing. And fridges work best when they don't shut down like ever. Yeah, imagine it has a whole, oh, we have a bug because someone hacked your fridge. Like, I don't need anybody to have access to my fridge. Already my fridge is doing too much connecting to the Wi-Fi. But at the same time, now I know, like, at least when the door is open, I get a notification. So if we did not realize, I know to be like, oh, we need to close the door. It lets me set the temperature in it from my phone. And right now, like 2 days ago, I have a notification that just appeared permanently in my phone that tells me the temperature in the fridge. I'm like, I honestly do not need to know that. So can you not? Is how I feel about it. I'm like, can we not? I don't need to know all that about my fridge when I'm at work, you know? I don't want my TV, fridge, microwave, washing machine, dishwasher, or dryer to connect to the internet for any reason. See, I'm not super paranoid, but I'm with you on that. Like, they don't need all that. Like, there's just no need. Hell, I have literally seen where someone ran Doom on a fancy pregnancy test. Why are people playing Doom on everything? Like, how does that even happen? Even when they break, they're useful. They become the designated ice bucket in every party. So yeah, they're goated in my opinion. I respect your opinion. We're not here to judge, you know? I saw some biology student play Doom on a bacteria somehow. It ran at 1 frame per... You know what? At some point, you just gotta stop asking questions and just accept that this is what it is. Alright. We have another almighty goat to add here. Let me just see. Aster sent another one. I had a feeling. I could feel my spidey senses. I'm like, I have a feeling Aster probably sent something else because of course. Alright, we have a hair dryer. The next goat is gotta be the almighty hair fryer. I don't care what you say, I'll put it right there. Air fryers are great. Because when I moved in my first apartment, I honestly cannot say that I've used my oven much. The only few times I used my oven was when Aster would cook and like make bread or make chili. But except for that, I never ever used my oven. So I was saving money. Instead of like heating up the old oven and stuff, you just put it in an air fryer. It's great. And you can make so many things. Like if you just marinate some meat and then you just shove it in there and it'll be ready in 30 minutes. It's an amazing time to be alive. I need to get an air fryer. You have a whole pizza stove. Get an air fryer. You will save so much time. So many things. Grilled cheese, sure. Chicken, sure. Vegetables, you're like, I don't want to do much. You shove some broccoli, put some olive oil, some spices on it, shove it in the air fryer for 10 minutes, come back slightly crispy, well seasoned, all good. You don't need to think about it too much. It's great times all over. Air fryers, I didn't know their game until I had one. Like I had heard of it, but I was like, I'll just work with what I got. And then I had one, and I was like, oh, I see what people were ranting about on the internet. They had an actual reason for it. Yeah, air fryers are good. Okay, I disagree with this one, but I kind of get it. I'd put it in yellow tier though. Please explain this. I'd like to see your point of view on it. Why would you not like it and recognize it as a goat? I need to know. I just really stopped making air fryers non-stick. Yeah, but you know that people would cry if they had to like actually scrub them clean. I mean, would you scrub it clean, Aster? I know how much you like cleaning. Would it somehow become my job, or would you be down to actually clean it properly and like scrub it clean? I don't know. I'm just asking. I'm just asking, just checking with you, you know? Air fryers for perfect fries is just like the fries maker, but still goat. Yeah, and somewhat healthier because you get like the crunchiness and stuff of frying. Not exactly the same. It's just not the same. But if you want to have like, I'm not being 100% healthy, but I'm doing better, you know? So it's great. Yeah, I love to put potatoes in there, no matter if I'm like I made fries or like wedges or whatever. So easy to cook, so easy to be amazing times. Air fryers are godsend for reheating food. Yeah, like when you have leftovers from a restaurant, you have like you got some fried chicken somewhere, and then you go home and you're like, or you have leftover fries. It's not gonna be the same anywhere else. If you put your KFC chicken back in the air fryer to heat it up, it's gonna be like as if it just came out of the oven over there. It's great, okay? It would be your job for sure. Yeah, see, that's what I know. So like, stop complaining when you know you're not gonna do the job. I have had some air fryers. They're good, but only for like right now. In an hour, my fried potatoes are soft. Really? Well, I mean, I feel like that's an issue that is not necessarily related to the air fryer. I feel like even if you were gonna fry them in a fryer, depending on how long you do it, they could get soggy or not. Because I feel like even when you go to like food courts and stuff, you can still end up with soggy fries. I would feel like, I mean, if I'm gonna cook something in an air fryer, I'm probably planning on eating it very quickly. Like, I'm not gonna let it sit because it smells good and I'm hungry and I wanna eat. So I don't know that I would put the blame on it, you know? Air frying leftover pizza is amazing. Yes, I've done that before. Even though pizza can be eaten cold, no, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, no, if you feel like you want it and then it's gonna be like melting the cheese and everything, it's gonna be yum. I used it a little bit ago to reheat my veal parm. That sounds yum. Like anything that should be fried and you should shove it in there instead is still gonna come out pretty good, you know? And the airflow is kind of random in some fryers, fry uneven. Well, I had that problem on every air fryer I've had. Well, did you spend the big bucks on them? Because we have a very run-of-the-mill air fryer, but honestly, we don't run in that issue that much. But I know that Aster's parents have like the super fancy one that can do like rotisserie in it and whatnot. So I guess it depends on the type you go for, if like what brand you go for. But what we had, I honestly haven't had like many issues or of the sorts with it, you know? Yeah, cold pizza is also great. That being said, any toaster oven is just as good as an air fryer. I wouldn't know. I feel like I'm more annoyed about cleaning a toaster oven than I am cleaning an air fryer. It's just annoying. Rotisserie and air fryer was so good. Yeah, I know you miss it. I know you want to change it, but we do not have counter space for it, Aster. One day when we're rich and famous and we can build our dream house, we can have all the appliances. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be amazing. Okay. Let me drink some water. I'm getting hungry talking about all that because I didn't have time to eat after work. And I do think toaster ovens are goated. Yeah, I know your love for them is great. Just get a Philips air fryer and it will outlast you. The one we have, I think, is Kosori. It's a Kosori air fryer. I know my sister has a Ninja one. And I've never heard her complain. And we got my other sister a Kosori one because I was like, she needs the cool stuff in our house. And so far, none of us have been complaining about any issues of airflow or sogginess with our food. So, you know. I've seen toaster ovens vs air fryer testing, and they're better at different things. Yeah, I like most appliances, but at the same time, I'm not gonna get one of each for like specific needs. If one of them will do most of them to a decent level, I will live, you know? All right. Then, I do believe. I think that's the one. That's a washer. Freaking washers are essentials. Like, I don't know if I feel like it's a goat, but I mean, I couldn't live without it, to be honest. I don't see myself shoving on like clothes in the bathtub and like washing them, and then I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't be down to do that. So yeah, it's not a goat, is it? It's just, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'm not going to a laundromat. Like, exactly. I'm not doing that, and I'm not cleaning them in the bathtub. But yeah, I think need, but not great. But I mean, I do think it's more than a need. It's essential to me. Like, what the hell am I supposed to do? I had a Black & Decker one, a Philips one, and I think a Hamilton Beach. Not sure about the last one. You probably had the wrong one, but I wouldn't know. What's that again? That's a washing machine, washing your clothes. So I personally cannot live without this. Like, no. They suck. I mean, do they? They don't really bother you. They're quite inoffensive. Like, they're not exciting. Even though some people would be excited to have one. Like, in my last apartment, there was no washer and dryer space. Like, you had to go downstairs in the basement and I paid $2 to use their washers and their dryers. So I can tell you that now that I have my own in my house, I'm a lot happier like this. And it's essential no matter what you need to clean your clothes. And then imagine once you have kids and then you don't have a washing machine. This is essential. There's going to be dirty stuff everywhere, every day, all day. And then washing towels and stuff. If you go to the laundromat, imagine how much money you're going to spend on drying them. But no, if you don't want to dry them, then you need to have drying racks everywhere in your house. No, I would not, you know? Though the Samsung washing machines make funny noises. Yes, I do have Samsung washing machine set, and like it's great. Like da 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 da. It goes into a whole story with the song. It's amazing. We always know when the laundry is done. Like, it's done the job and we're proud of it. Like, we heard you, bro. It's fine. I didn't realize I have a lot. Like, my fridge, my dishwasher, and my washer and dryer are all Samsung, and my phone is Samsung. So I might be a bit biased when it comes to my appliances. Even though I didn't choose, my washer and dryer were given to me. Like, they were an old set from someone, and my mom managed to get them for me. The dishwasher came with the house. And the fridge is the one that we chose to buy. My phone, I always loves Samsung phone personally, but yeah. Mine sounds like that too. Yes, they all have the same song. It's amazing, and it's like the song is way too long, but you come to love it after a while. Sure, they're good and all that, but they just soak the water and spit it. It's not a revolutionary product. Is it not? Would you rather hand wash everything? I think that's pretty revolutionary. I would not deal with, like, I'm way too like, I'm a city girl. I'm not doing all that. And considering all the clothes that gets dirty, all the freaking kitchen rags, all the things, the bed sheets, all the things that you need to wash so often, like your winter coat. First, there's no way, as you said, there's no way I would want to go to a laundromat. And then I would not want to wash them by hand personally, you know. Product literally revolves the contents. Is it revolutionary, right? Like, this is very, very much needed. Like, we need this in life. What do you mean? Or you're confused, Esther. You're just confused. I think that brings me to its brother. But brother, I would say that a dryer is amazing and not a need, but like in between these two, because I don't, like, you could have hanging racks in your house, but how annoying is it? And depending on how big your house is, like, you have clothes like hanging out in every door frame and stuff, it's annoying. I wouldn't want to have that. And then you have creepy people like in Japan that will steal your underwear if you're just hanging out outside. I love my dryer also because, as I said before, I don't always like to iron stuff. So I will just shove it in there and hope for the best and be like, okay, the wrinkles are mostly gone. I'm just gonna wear it as is, you know? I don't know, man. You can't can't tell me we're upgrading our oven and I'd be like, hell yeah. You tell me we're upgrading our washer, I'd be like, okay, yeah, that's because you're not the one in charge of doing the washing of the clothes. But I have my own gripes with our washer. I would like to change it if I had the means to, because it's not the best at having a really clean stuff. See, you were complaining about stuff on your black pants the other day. I'm like, I can't do anything. That's something that the washer does do sometimes, and it's annoying. And I'm pretty sure that's why the old owners didn't want it, because they're like, we don't like this. So does it do the main job? Yes. Is it a good washer? No. Does it take a lot of trash at the same time? Absolutely. So I like it for that. Like, it's really a big washer. But I have my gripes with it. But you wouldn't know because you don't do the laundry. So like, I don't know what you're talking about right now, you know? I wash my shoes in the washing machine. I feel like they would probably damage my shoes, so I try not to do that. But I've done it before with shoes I didn't care about too much, you know. There are some washing machines that can take soap and conditioner at start, and it adds them right on time. Yeah, I love that. Conditioner, it would be a fabric softener, but I get the meaning. Honestly, I would call it conditioner too. Dryers are amazing, but we get lots of wind, low humidity, and high temps during most of the year, so we can just hang dry everything if the dryer goes down. Yeah, I feel like it depends on your situation and where you live. Like, we have winter here, so you can't just hang stuff out at -30, like it's not a thing. Also, if depending on where you live, if you live in a building, you do not have a hanging like thingy. Like, you can't there's nowhere to put them. You have to put them maybe on your balcony if you have one. So there's a limit to what you can do. Like, it depends on your country. If I lived in a hot country, then I would probably not feel the need to have a dryer. I'd be like, okay, well, I like the smell. Like, when I'm at my parents and like she does laundry, we will take advantage of the summer and we will use the clothing line. But I don't have one at my place, so I can't even do that even if I wanted to, you know? Yeah, that one thing. You're welcome. It's Karen. You took a nap? Well, hopefully you feel better though. That's what matters. We're rating appliances because we gotta do it. It's just important like that. Not needed. Drying racks are good enough if you have the room for it. Yeah, that's the little thing for it. For me, it's like if you have the space. But if you have a very small, like 3.5, and you barely have space, it's gonna be annoying to have the racks going on everywhere. But that's why it's not a need, because you can use racks if you want to save on electricity, or you cannot afford a dryer. There are other options, but it's great to have, and I personally like love it for the wrinkle cycle. Okay, I don't like to have to steam myself all the time. I'd rather just shove it in there with some water and then it comes out all nice, you know. Then what do we have? Let's go for a fan. I think a fan is meh. It's not a need depending. Like a standing fan, I feel like it, like, unless it's in your face, it's not doing much for you. Like, if it's in the room, like, you're not gonna see a difference in the room. Like, I had it in my last apartment and it did nothing for me. I was just dying. What do you mean fans are a goat? Like, I mean, alright. Aster likes to sleep with a fan on his face, aka in my face as well. It's just like, okay, like, I just got used to it. Like, I have to put some lipstick on my lips every night because you never know how dry you're gonna be in the next morning because there's a fan in our faces, so you know. And with you, Kieran, I see. I guess I'm not someone that gets really warm really easily, so fans are not a must for me. So I don't know. But I would definitely not put them in goated, like absolutely not. But they're good. I sleep with 3 fans. My God, you guys are obsessed. You have to talk about it to someone. Like, what do you mean? Like, you need it. It's a need since as I wrote during ceiling fan, ACs are like a thing in Akiland. Yeah, I guess I could probably, like, you know, find reasoning with that. If you don't have AC, then it becomes a need. But I don't think they're great for me. I don't need them. They just make my face dry and my skin dry, and they do nothing for me, and they push dust everywhere. So it's like, you know, because, you know, I'm a neat freak, so most of the time I will clean my fans. But do you think most people do? No, they don't. So they started and they were like, because there's just dust everywhere. Not the greatest feeling, if you ask me. I could live without that. I need that airflow to sleep. You guys have issues. I don't know what I'm gonna do this summer, because I was fine. I was not sleeping upstairs during the summer this year, but next year is gonna be like upstairs in our house just gets extremely hot. Like it's an oven. So we're gonna have to have the AC, but that also means that AC is gonna, like, we have a portable AC there. It's gonna be so loud. And probably not gonna be like cold enough for us, or it's gonna be cooking. And I'm just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do because I'm gonna die. Because it's gonna get too cold in the room. I don't know. I'm not looking forward to summer for that one and only reason. I'm just gonna die in my bedroom. Though I have like a Dyson tower fan, so barely any dusting needed. That's good. I've never had one of these. Like, are they actually efficient? Do they push the air like they're supposed to do? Because I personally don't know. I've never had one. Thank you for headband. Who gave me a headband? Who dares? Oh, Flufiosa. Thank you for the headband. Appreciate it. I'll have to check on you. Hope you're also agreeing with me that fans are very meh. They're just existing. They're not doing all that much. It's okay if we disagree, you know? Efficient enough, and more importantly, quiet. That's the best thing, you know? Also, ceiling fans in meh is a crime. What do you mean it's meh? It's very meh. See, we all had a good discussion about it. It's just not everything and more in life. Hello, Ray Lost Rain. Hello, Clarence. How you doing? We're here having very serious discussions right now. Like, it's very deep out here, okay? Yeah, no, we all agreed on the meh factor, except for Jigum. Jigum, like, was talking about how in Ikea land they don't have AC everywhere, so kind of makes sense, you know? But for most of us, we're like, meh. Even though Aster was like, oh yeah, it's meh, but he's using one right now. So it's like, okay, bro, like, betraying the ceiling fan like that. I think a Roomba is amazing, but it's not a need. Depending on how big your place is and everything, I do think that it can help. Because in times where I'm super, super tired, because I got one when I was in my apartment, it was quite small. I couldn't have a real vacuum cleaner. I was like, I'm just gonna have that, it's gonna do the job. And I got an older model because broke, but it does do a really good job. It makes a difference. It also cleans places that you can't reach with a normal vacuum cleaner, like under your bed. Like, I never, like, you know, you try to like shove it in there, but it doesn't like do a good job. But you know, when you have a Roomba, under your bed is actually gonna be spick and span. It's really clean. So I think it's amazing to have. Absolutely not a need, but it's a neat thing to have in your house. When I know, like, oh, I'm too tired, I'm too busy, I'm about to go out the house, I'll just set up the house, put the Roomba on, so I know that when I got back home, it's gonna be slightly cleaner. Especially, you know, in the kitchen, you have so many, like, grains of rice and, like, you know, like, breadcrumbs and whatever that fall all the time. And if you, like, get lazy or you don't have time to, like, sweep the floor or vacuum properly, she will take care of it for you. Mine is called Myrtle, and sometimes she locks herself in the bathroom and I'll be mad at her. But most of the time, she'll try to do her job as best as she can, you know? Let me call back. Nah, ceiling fans are goated. I would be able to live in a house without any of these things as long as I had a PC and ceiling fan. I don't know. I feel like they don't do that much for me. And for me, the biggest point is that they just distribute dust. Because ain't nobody remembering to like dust them frequently. So then it sits on it, and then you start it, and then there's dust everywhere in your room, and you're sneezing to hell. So like, you know, no. I've never been impressed by Roombas, but I've always lived in zoos when I had them. I don't know how well they would do in that, because like with all the hair that would get trapped in the little brushes, I don't know how well they would do. I've never had a pet or anything around that. Even though it gets like a lot of like hair strands from Aster, yeah, not me. So that's another thing. But for me, it doesn't like make the house 100% clean, but it will definitely make it better than when I don't have time to do a full-on vacuuming of the house. It's great for cats though, like they like to sit on it. Well, the ones with an app are great. Yeah, mine doesn't really have an app. I'd rather have one that has the app that can tell you, okay, I want you to clean the kitchen specifically, and then they do a good job and you don't need to worry about it. Mine gets lost. She can't find our house. Most of the time we find it dead somewhere in a random room. She'll eat anything she finds. which helps you not have too much trash on the floor because you have to get rid of all the trash because she's gonna eat all your cables if you leave them on the floor. So it helps us keep the house in check, you know? Roomba sucks since they can't go over thresholds. Mine can, so it does go over everything. The only and it also stops at stairs, so it doesn't die. So we appreciate that. I guess it depends on what it is. If I could, if I had any reason to afford it, I would buy an upgraded version of the one I have because I got one from my sister and hers works really well. Like she can actually choose where it goes. It does map the house and like she can use it and it's a lot quieter than the one I have. So if I had a valid reason to change it, I would change it. But right now I'm thinking if mine dies, I'm not changing it. I don't see a need for it at the moment. So I wouldn't spend on one again until a long time, you know? So they're stuck in a single room. Skill issue? That's a skill issue. Yeah, it's supposed to go in all the rooms. I don't know how high your thresholds are though. People turn on the ceiling fans? Yeah, no. We have winter here. We do not need to have that ceiling fan going on, you know? We just have threshold here in IKLNs and Roombas that travel too close to the floor. Well, I mean, we need to find a common ground for the Roombas to live their life properly and not be judged like that. And some vacuum and mop the floor. Yes, I'm a bit more iffy on the mopping one. I feel like I like to have like really, really hot water with the soap and like shove it on there and let it sit for a little bit before I can like go and scrub, especially like in the kitchen. And the rest of the house, not so much. Like, but the entrance where like we have our boots and all the trash that comes in from the outside and the kitchen, I really want to scrub the floor properly and make sure it's all clean. So I don't know that I would trust a Roomba with it. But I also don't want to spend like $1,000 for a Roomba that like auto empties itself and stuff. I'm like, it's definitely not a need, so I'm not spending a lot of money on it, you know? Always fan 24/7, 365. Yeah, you probably live in a hot space. We live in a place where it's summer for 2 months, other seasons for like 3 months, and then the winter for the rest. So it's like, yeah, we don't need the fan. We're freezing at -30 right now, you know? Always fan, always airflow, all weather, all temperature. You guys are just made different, really. They're great with turtles too. They would probably be good, but I feel like if I had a turtle, it probably would be scared, like getting chased like that. And then my Roomba is called Myrtle. Will they get in a fight? I was about to choke. I live in Maryland. It's actually quite comfortable. It's super cold in the winter. I just don't like stagnant. Open the windows. You'll get wind when it's cold. What do you mean you need a fan for that? Definitely went too long without drinking. Okay. Let's see. The more I'm looking at this list, I'm like, oh my god, am I gonna finish this today? I actually don't know. I have allergies. I can see it. But when it's cold, there shouldn't be any pollen outside if it's really cold. No? The turtles I've seen are bad. Yes, because that's what turtles are. They're the best, and they don't get it really intimidated. They just pretend before they're like, psych! And attack you and bite you. I can't open windows. The previous owners glued them all shut. Like, what's wrong with them? What do you mean? Like, were you that scared about windows? Like, why would you glue your windows down? You couldn't put something that was actually temporary? Like, I feel like that's a hazard too. Like, what happens if there's an actual like fire in your place and the only way out would be a window, but they're glued down? I feel like that's dangerous. I'm pretty sure you still should be able to have access to your windows, even if there's a lot of smoke because I don't know, like you burnt something and you want to like put some air in the house, but you can't open your windows. Like, what do you mean? In the winter, I open the windows and still have the fan going. Okay, you just have problems then. That's what you're saying. Got the landlord special apparently. The DIY, yeah, the DIY. That's. I have to use that again. This is really well written. No window is locked with the power of Christ and sturdy brick. Like, what do you mean? That sounds like a crime if you ask me. Cause they're like Linux more. Wow. See, I got that. and I respect you for typing it in chat. You're respectable, and I admire you. This whole house is DIY. It sounds like a great project, you know? One thing at a time, you know? I think a TV is amazing, but not a need. I'm thinking as a filthy gamer, I can do everything I need on my PC and be happy and comfy. Some people have a bed in their office so you can just, you know, do your thing and like be comfortable watching it. I feel like back when I was a kid it was probably essential, like it was our only entertainment. But these days I spend way more time at my PC than I do in front of the TV. Even though I do put it on, like maybe if I'm doing something in the kitchen I want something, but then I can't hear it, so I'll probably just use my phone with my earphones. So you know, you're psychotic, TV is essential. I don't know about that. I don't know. I personally don't think so. I'm like, TV is great. It's amazing even. But I could do most of the things I need on my phone or my PC, so I don't really need a TV for it, you know? All the windows need to be replaced anyway. Most of them are original to the house from 1906. They're all dry rotting out of a wall. Ooh. And none of them actually keep the hot cold or Texas dust out. Yeah, that sounds like a big project. I would say need, but not great. Not including my PC monitors, I never use a TV. Yeah, I feel like, except when I had people over and stuff, or I had like, sometimes I have phases where I just want to sit on my sofa and watch TV, or like watch a TV show on Netflix. I will probably watch shows on Netflix on my TV rather than my PC. But I don't spend that much time on TV unless it's quality time, like we want to hang out, we want to watch trash TV or something, then I'll do. But I personally don't need it, you know? Yeah, that's fair. I use my TV as a large computer screen to watch YouTube on my couch, right? It's just to use your PC on it. TVs are nice for comfy anime watching on the couch. I never really did so because I don't like all the shenanigans I need to do to cast it on my TV because, you know, I be finding my anime places. So I'm like, then I need to cast it and it's just too much work. I'll just watch it in my office, you know? Sorry, Aster. I'm with Mana on this one. See, most people agree with me. You're the weird one. Heh heh. I have just connected my laptop to the TV through a HDMI cable. See, you could just get a big monitor. It doesn't need to be a TV. It just needs to be a big monitor for you to do things. And it's enough, you know? Yeah, as long as you can cast stuff to it or something, it's just a big screen. That's basically all you need. I turn it on to have background noise when I'm cooking or cleaning, but lately I just use my phone with audiobooks. Yeah, and then when it's on the TV, you usually end up being too far when you're cleaning or cooking, so you can't hear everything that you want to hear. So you'll just put it on your phone and put your earphones on, you know? The TV pretty much stays off all the time now. Yep. We just run Crunchyroll on the PS4. Anything that works, it works. Hello, Talon bro, how you doing? Are you agreeing with our choices with our appliances today? Well, I can connect everything to a TV, game consoles, PCs, standards, apps, and stuff. Yeah, which you could just use a big screen.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey.
We love hey 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 in this house. It's amazing. Yeah, but 60-inch TV is cheaper than a 60-inch computer monitor, and I have an HDMI port. Yeah, that's why I was like, is it the TV that is essential, or is it the fact that it's a big screen? So I wouldn't say it's essential either way. I would still keep it like it's good to have, it's amazing to have, but like I wouldn't need it in the house. You use it as something else. Who needs a house? Just live on the streets. You know, that's deep. I can respect your thought process here. That's a good way to see life. I hope you can lead us and show us the way. But yeah, I think that for TV definitely stays there for me. Something that I'm looking at, I'm like, I don't know. This is like, who wants this? I think it's a paper shredder. Unless you're doing suspicious activity out of your house, why do you need that in your house? I mean, I guess if you have a business, but why are you in your house? You really don't need that. Like, I'm not seeing, like, it doesn't need to be in a dumpster fire because it can be useful for certain situations. Like, you know, people that are paranoid, so they'll be like shredding their mail that they don't want because they don't want people to go into their trash and see it. But like I don't know. For shredding papers, what? You can shred papers in a paper shredder? I'm flabbergasted. I cannot. Like, how? What do you mean? TV not essential. Big screen essential for comfy watching on the couch. Yes. And TV lets audio be centralized on one device. I have 48 inches 4K TV as one of my monitors, and it was like 100 cheaper than a 32 4K monitor. Yes, it will be cheaper. I don't know. I'm not picky on the quality of my screen. If I can see the colors and stuff, I'm not complaining, you know? After year 12, exams are done. A paper shredder is need. Why? What? How is this related? Why you need to shred all your papers if you finished? What do you need to shred it for? Is it dangerous information? Like, what do you mean? Not everyone has this ability, but just throw our paper trash in the fire pit and just have a fire every Friday night. You know, I would love to do that. I love fire. I'm a pyromaniac. I have problems, but being able to do that in Japan was so relieving for me, because that's exactly what we did. When we had stuff we didn't want or want to like recycle and stuff, we literally just had a fire pit in the backyard and we just burned stuff out. Like old toys, like the wooden toys and stuff that nobody wants and stuff, goes in the pit. Again, my favorite activity in Japan was the day I was tasked with burning down a door. I will never forget how amazing of a feeling it was. I was just there poking at it and burning down a whole door. The second best was when I was in charge of burning down the Christmas tree. It was a great time. I kind of burned my eyebrows, but it was great. I had a great time and I will never forget. It's one of my best memories in Japan was burning stuff in the backyard. It was amazing. Like she knew I liked it, so she always gave me the task. And I was happy because she was like, I get you. I like to burn stuff too. So we were like, okay, we have an understanding. When we need to burn something, you know it's gonna be me. With matches, old school, great times all around. Now, okay, Dad and I built a massive patio with a large fire pit, and we just throw our boxes and papers in that throughout the week and just have a get together each week. I feel like that's a wonderful bonding activity with your dad. You just burn stuff together. I would love to do that with my parents. It's gonna be meh. Yes. That was very much that. Thank you, Aster, for your addition to this. I need space thrower trash cans to be invented. I mean, I would like them to be destroyed in some way so they don't just pollute the earth more than they already do. So like, you know, they need to be destroyed in some way for me to be satisfied. I kind of want to dig a proper fire pit in the backyard, but I'd have to be under two often crispy pecan trees, and that's a little more risky than I'm comfy with. Yeah, and you're in a hot place, and then if you start a forest fire, you're gonna be in kind of a big problem, so you don't want to do that. I think it works well in places where it's like really humid and like kind of cold. Maybe you have a chance. You don't want it to be a windy situation. So yeah, I was in a land like a field, so I never felt like I would start a fire of any kind, you know. Where you can put your trash on a device that throws your trash at the sun to be consumed by heat. Well, I guess it does get destroyed in that situation, so that would work. Atomic heat. I mean, as long as there was no repercussion of like the toxic emissions coming back to Earth after, I'm down for that project, you know. You just what, him? Let's see. Yeah, I think we might need a part 2. Are you guys dying for a part 2, or are we just YOLO and give up? Because I'm down for a part 2, but I don't know if you guys are into this. Alright, okay. So this one, if you don't agree, you have problems, to be honest. A bidet belongs in the goat situation. Like, if you don't have a bidet in your toilet, like, what are you doing? What are you living through? Like, you cannot. Like, you need to have a bidet. You need to have your butt be clean. Like, I've never been the same person since I went to Japan and experienced the bidets, and I'm like, but what are we doing in North America? Why are we so bad at life? Yes, it does belong above the rice cooker. Part 2, I'm good with doing part 2. I'm getting tired too, honestly. It's been 2 hours of yapping nonstop about appliances, which is a very deep topic. I'm not here to judge, but I'll just find a way to save this so that we can continue from where we are at. But as long as you guys are enjoying it, I'm enjoying it too. So we're having a great time being very judgy. I'm too poor for it. It's $30. It's not expensive. Like, unless you go for the fancy ones that have electricity, that have a dryer for your butt, you don't need that. You just connect it to the power supply, the water supply, and you're good. I have 2 in my house. There's 1 in my parents' house. My sister just got 1. Since we understood the meaning of life, we have not been the same. It's just not, okay? It's to wash your butt when you go to the bathroom, and then your butt is clean. Well, you don't need them, but yeah, they're great. I mean, you could probably survive without one, but what are you even doing? What are you living for? What are you thinking about when you're living without one? What I want to ask. Yep, I do need a bidder with speed knobs. Yes, you need to, like, fix the pressure. Get all clean out here, okay? Heated seat for the win. I wish. I'm too poor for it, and I don't have a power supply in my bathroom that's close enough for it, so I can't. But if I could, I would get one of these fancy Japanese ones in my house for sure. I remember I went to a restaurant in Japan, and like, as soon as you open the bathroom door, it would open on its own with like some like dim like music and dim lights, and just does everything for you. It's a very weird like experience, but at the same time you feel kind of pampered, so you're like, oh, okay, all right, having a time, it's fine. Just use a pressure power washer, you'll be fine. Probably. Yeah, probably. We might not hear you in the chat later, but it's fine. I'm sure you were clean when you died. I mean, died? No, I didn't say that. You heard wrong. Whoops, I don't want to do that, but it's fine. Let me just go back. Splishy. My throat is tired. I've been yapping for a long time, but honestly, I'm pretty happy with what we've achieved today. I feel like we were very efficient. We're very, very good at our job. So thank you so much for participating in all this work, because we needed it. Thanks for watching. It was fun. I'm happy you had fun. You guys are pretty awesome. I will probably do a part two next week, because I did not expect it to take that long, to be honest. I knew I had yapping capabilities, but I guess I have more than I thought, so we're gonna keep yapping about it. My long-term win, the lottery dream, is to have a Japanese-style washroom. I wish, like the one where like the floor connects to stuff. Yes, I would absolutely love that. That would be a dream come true, to be very honest. So one day when I'm able to design my dream house and everything, I would probably try and have that, Let's see. I do want to raid someone on a Twitter. Oh, Noodle! On Twitter. On Twitch, I'm gonna be raiding Noodle, because Noodle is lovely. And I like Noodle a lot, and she's been rating me, and she's sweet, so I'm gonna do the same. Very good artist. If you're looking for some art, you can get pretty good art from Noodle. Anyways, that's gonna be it for me. We're Wednesday. Okay, so that's gonna be it for me this week. I will be back next Monday because I have to get my hair done. But we do have movie night tomorrow. We're watching Mr. and Mrs. Smith, so feel free to join if you have nothing better to do. You might as well, Electric water flossers can be a quick solution. I mean, I don't think you're supposed to share that. I should add it to the list because I really like mine a lot. I'm happy we got it. Thanks for this stream. Thank you for being there. You guys are awesome. I'm gonna be ending on YouTube. I'll be raiding on Twitch. If you have a minute to say hi to Noodle, appreciate it. If you don't, we understand. So please go rest. Yes, the original Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Like, we're not touching whatever the new one is. Anyways, I'm tired. Have a good night. Thank you for hanging out. Bye bye.